Coming very soon, before you know it. The quest for the Holy Grail starts over again. It's time to see legends find their way through.
The flank, cross ice, Ovechkin fires!
To find the greats get back on the right path to win their first cup. The core four to bring the passion back to a city that hasn't had it for some time. Who will be the next star to emerge?
His feet, now he's going.
Don't miss out on these amazing moments.
Oh my god, they score! They score! The Leafs win! The Leafs win! Get out of town! Oh, they keep it alive! The Leafs win in overtime! Oh my god! Oh, I can't believe it! They win! They win! 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Florida Panthers have won their first ever Stanley Cup! The Florida Panthers have won their first ever Stanley Cup! I can't believe it! The Florida Panthers have won! Oh my gosh! What a game! What a game! The Florida Panthers winning Game 7!
You're watching the Sam Welby experience.
You're watching the Samwell B12 experience. Subscribe today! I hate when this does this. Every time I switch, it automatically mutes. Let's do that again. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. This is what we get so crazy about. As I was saying, this is the epic matchup, the last of the Mohicans, if you will, the Montreal Canadiens trying to get in, but they have to get past a Carolina team that almost doesn't exist tonight, and we're going to break down the lineups. We're going to tell you who's in and who's not, and we're going to get this one going. But welcome in, BD Gaines. Welcome in. Good to see you, Arises. Hello there, Fragment. What's up? Road Warrior in the house. Welcome in. Hey, Coach. Good to see you, Raymond. Welcome in. Welcome to the party. Billy, hello there. Carlos, what's up? Welcome in to you both. Todd, how's it going? Welcome in. Bonjour, everybody. If you are watching along, if you have us up on the TV, thank you for tuning in. This is going to be a big time game tonight. Let's run through. Hey, number one, what's going on? Let's run through what these lineups are going to look like before we really get too far into this and we break everything down. So, first, for the Carolina Hurricanes, who end up going 47, 28, and 5 at this point. Crimey, thank you so much for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the party. All right, for Carolina, it's going to be Svechnikov with ex-Montreal Canadian Jesper Kotkaniemi and Taylor Hall. We got Eric Robinson with Mark Jankowski and Jack Roslovic. William Carrier is going to be with Skylar Brindamore and Logan Stankoven. By the way, Skylar, the son of Rod Brindamore. So Brindamore back at it. Jared, what's going on? Then they're going to break it down. Tyson Jost is going to be with Bradley Nadeau. Dmitry Orlov with Brent Burns. Shane Gostisbehere with Sean Walker. Riley Stillman and Scott Morrow. And Dominic Fensor is going to be the extra D tonight. So they're going with one less forward and an extra D man here for Carolina. And Pyotr Kochetkov is going to get the start in net for the Canes tonight. Congrats on your Blue Jays today. Thank you, Jared. Did the Jays actually win? I didn't watch, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the party, PL. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in. And again, bonjour to everybody from Montreal that is tuning in. If you're a Habs fan, we appreciate you being here. Now, here's who's sitting. If you missed some big names from the Carolina lineup, this is who is out. Chatfield is out. Jordan Staal is out. Sebastian Aho is out. Seth Jarvis is out. Jordan Martinhook is out. Jackson Blake is out. Jacob Slavin is out. Holy smokes. That's a lineup right there. Simon, how's it going? We have no choice to win. That's right. No choice but to win. When the Canes put up a team like this, if Montreal does not pull it out, things are going to be weird. Why? What's up? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the party. All right, here's who Montreal is countering with. Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky. We got Patty Laine coming up to the second line with Alex Newhook and some young stud who was absolutely lights out brilliant in the last game, Ivan Demidov. Demidov, I hope he can do it again. We got Josh Anderson with Dvorak and Gallagher, and then Emil Heineman is going to be with Evans and Armia. On the D side, Matheson and Carrier, Gooley with Hudson, Struble with Savard, and Sam Montembeault going to get the start between the pipes for Montreal tonight. No Joshua Roy, no Jacky, no Pizzetta, and Oliver Kapanen is going to be the odd man out tonight. Heineman steps in for him, but Laine moving up to the second line is going to be awesome to play with him and Demidov. We saw Demidov and Laine take some shifts together, and they're starting to build a chemistry. It's going to be very interesting. Onyx, what's going on? Welcome in. And welcome in, everybody. So those are the lines. Again, this is the last team that needs to clinch a spot. Montreal, it's their last game. If they don't do it today, it's going to be all up to Columbus tomorrow night. So it is going to be very interesting. Thomas, welcome in, wants to put the undecided vote. Now, how do these two teams stack up? Well, Seth Jarvis is really the leading point getter for Carolina over the last 5 games, and he's not playing. He's got 6 points in his last 5, 4 assists and 2 goals. For Montreal, it's Cole Caulfield, 4 points in his last 5, 2 of those being goals, and Armia has 3 assists in his last 5. Now, Montreal did beat Carolina in the first game back in February 4-0. They then lost 4-1 March 28th. So this is the rubber match. This is the one where they're trying to come back. Kochetkov is 27, 15, and 3 this season with a 2.59 goals against and an 8.98 save percentage. He does have 2 shutouts to go. More Samuel B. with or without cowbell. Or is he's that's priceless. Mega, what's going on? Welcome in. Sam Montembeau is 30, 24, and 7 on the year with a 283 goals against and a 901 save percentage. He's got 4 shutouts himself. Now, Montreal on the power play, they sit 21st in the National Hockey League, where Carolina is 26th. However, while Montreal does have the advantage on the power play, Carolina is first in the league on the penalty kill at 84%. Montreal is down at 9th, not too shabby, 80.9%. In the face-offs, Carolina has the edge just barely. They are 6th in the league, where Montreal is 13th. And the difference between the positions, 52.6% to 51%. So just a couple of draws differential there. For the goals for, Carolina is 8th. Goals against, they are also 8th, where Montreal is 17th and 23rd. Joanna, how's it going? Welcome in. So over the season, they've been getting some better tendon and scoring more goals, Carolina has. So Montreal's going to have to step it up today. Now, this goes in their favor. Over the last 10 games, Carolina is 4-5-1. Their 4 wins came over the Rangers, Washington, New York, and this Montreal team. The Canadiens, they are 6-2-2 in their last 10, which is pretty darn good. However, they have 3 losses in a row to Chicago, Toronto, and Ottawa. And this Carolina team, by the way, their last loss came to Toronto. Rec, what's going on? Welcome in. From Nunavut, welcome in. Go Habs, go. Well, thank you for joining us. And we're going to have a party here tonight. This is going to be a big one. Cam, what's going on? What do the Habs need to clinch? All they need is a single point. All they need is a single. A win in regulation does it. A tie that forces overtime does it. All they need is that 1 point to secure their victory and move on to the postseason. So it is going to be a must win for these guys. Now, coming into this game, Demidov, he can become the 5th Canadiens player in the expansion era, which is 67, 68 and on, to score in each of his first 2 career games. The others, Marcel Hossa, Mark Hunter, Mark Napier. So pretty good company there. We'll see if he can do it. And of course, that's 5th Canadiens player. Now, Demidov also can become the 6th player in Canadiens history to record multi-point games in each of his first 2 career games. He would join Lalonde, John Ferguson, Ouellette, Malone, and Dieter Peter, who have all done it. Skylar Brindamore, who's the son of head coach Rod Brindamore, is making his NHL debut. The Brindamores would represent the 8th instance in NHL history of a player having their father as a head coach, which is pretty cool. Darcy, what's going on? Columbus is not playing tonight. Columbus's last game is tomorrow. So the others that have had a father and son coach-player relationship, Adam Lowry played for Dave Lowry in Winnipeg, Kevin Dineen and Bill Dineen in Philadelphia, Danny Jeffrian and Bernie Jeffrian in Montreal, Gary Abel and Sid Abel in Detroit, Brett Imlach and Punch Imlach for Toronto, that's back in the 60s, Ms. Patrick and Lester Patrick, Lynn Patrick and Lester Patrick, all for the Rangers. But this is the first time since 21-22, and really the second time since 92-93 that this has happened, where a son has played for his father. So we'll see if Skylar Brindamore gets a little extra ice time tonight for Carolina. But it's interesting. Carolina is sitting most of their top players tonight. So this is all set up here for Montreal. Daryl, how's it going? Welcome in. So Montreal should be able to pull this one out. Now, the X Factor, the officials. We got Kendrick Nicholson in, and arguably one of the most controversial referees, Wes McCauley. Wes McCauley is calling this one tonight. And it's going to be a battle of 2 superstar players, now turned coaches, and Rod Brindamore and Marty St. Louis. These guys know each other. They know each other well, so let's see how they're going to coach against each other. It's going to make for a very interesting matchup. It's 7:03. We're probably about 5 minutes away or so from going down to the ice level for puck drop, so this is going to be good. But play the call-ups to want to impress the team. And that's right, Thomas. That's a very good point. Yes, a lot of their star players are not in tonight. Yes, they're playing a lot of these call-ups, these rookies. However, they want to make an impression. They want to show that they're here to play. This is kind of an extension of next season's training camp, if you will, but in a real live environment against a hostile Montreal team who's playing for their life in the postseason. Brind'Amour Jr. was drafted by Edmonton. Darcy, nice. Drafted by Edmonton. Of course, he comes over here to play for his papa. Gonna make a proud papa. We'll see. We will see. Now, of course, I'm sure a lot of you know, you're here because you're hockey fans. A lot of you probably already know the matchups that are going on. So let's kind of break it down, and we'll talk more about it throughout the game. But the matchups solidified right now in the East, Toronto and Ottawa. Toronto and Ottawa, that is going to be a banger. It's scheduled, well, we don't know the exact time, but we believe it's going to be on Sunday. We got the Battle of the Floridas, Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, a first-round matchup. That is going to be a real wild one. Of course, in the game the other night, Tampa Bay beat the Panthers 4-1, but Panthers were sitting a lot of players. If Montreal makes it in, if they can clinch their spot, they will be taking on the Washington Capitals in round number 1. And Carolina is going to have a tough series against the New Jersey Devils. On the flip side, over on the West, it's going to be Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. Winnipeg has been outstanding. They have really been flying high. They're going to be taking on the Blues. Hey, B. Disney, what's going on? The Dallas Stars are going to be taking on the Colorado Avalanche, which, by the way, Gabriel Landeskog making his return after several years not being able to play, returning to the team, and he could be a difference maker for Colorado. Now, I originally was taking Dallas, but hearing Landeskog is coming back, I'm slightly starting to shift my view here. I think Colorado might be able to take it. The Golden Knights taking on the Minnesota Wild, and last but not least, the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings going to match up. So it is going to be a pretty wicked and wild first round in the playoffs. I'll be honest with you, I think I'm more excited about a couple of those Eastern Conference matchups than I am in the West, but it is going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have to wait and see who moves on and who goes home. But before we can even get there, we need to finalize this. If Montreal gets a point tonight, they are in. If they do not get a point tonight, it's all going to come down to what the Columbus Blue Jackets do tomorrow. The Jackets, tomorrow, they are going to be taking on, if I can switch over here, they're going to be taking on the New York Islanders. So the Jackets and the Islanders tomorrow night. And that one could be for all the marbles. It will be if Montreal doesn't pick up a point here tonight. Now, the Blue Jackets have kind of 2 games out of the 3 they've won against the Islanders. The Islanders really have nothing left to play for at this point. So Montreal does not want to leave this to the Blue Jackets to seal their own fate. They want to take care of business here tonight. And we're moments away. The lights are down. We're waiting for everyone to get on the ice. Then we're going to switch over and get this one going. I'm so nervous for Montreal. A lot of you Montreal fans, you know you've been here with us. We got your back. We'd love to see another Canadian team get in here, another Canadian team to represent, and that would be absolutely phenomenal. We hope for you this helps. We hope that it comes through. Now, we've seen some unbelievable things happen just in the last few days. Rory McIlroy winning the Masters, making a major mistake on the 18th hole to go to an extra hole, and he pulled it out. We saw the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Atlantic Division, which they have not done in a long time. We saw Mitch Marner with his 100th point for the first time. Austin Matthews with his 400th career goal. A lot of firsts going on and happening. So will this be the time for Montreal? Zachary, how's it going? Welcome in. Will Montreal be able to work their way in? Let's get things over. They're down to the ice now.
Malgré les récents événements, nous vous demandons dans l'esprit de ce grand sport qui nous
Here we
unit
go.
tous, de respecter les hymnes canadiens et américains, ainsi que les joueurs qui représentent fièrement les 2 pays. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Remove your hats and caps.
Please rise.
Of the national anthems. Despite recent
Let's go.
events, we ask, in the spirit of this great game that unites everyone, that you kindly respect the Canadian and U.S. national anthems and the players representing each country.
Thank you for those subscribes
Veuillez
and
maintenant
follows.
accueillir, please welcome, Alexandre Sylvestre, accompagné à l'orgue par Diane Bibourg.
Good job, good job. Welcome in, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button as well as you're coming in.
Let's go!
Great job. Excellent, excellent job with the anthems. Thank you so much for hitting those subscribes. Welcome in to our community. Welcome into the party. Stetson, what's up? Welcome in. Of course, that's how we do it. That's how we roll. It's just about time to drop the puck. What you're going to see on the screens here up above, I know it's a little small, but the numbers here represent who's on the ice. Over here in this big box is going to show you where all the shots are coming from and where the goals are coming from. And down here is going to show you where the puck is moving, who has possession. Now, this is slightly ahead of the broadcast, but you'll get an idea. You'll see what's going on. And of course, down below, we got our scoreboard and our live sports ticker. So you'll figure it out. If you have any questions at all, please ask the mods. Enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. Have fun. Cheer for your teams. If you want to trash talk, you are absolutely more than welcome to do it. Just please keep it family friendly and respectful. All right, let's go. Welcome in. Hit those likes. Hit those follows, subscribes. Let's play some hockey. Off the draw, this coming right down into the Montreal zone. I hit Mellons. What's going on? Welcome in. This can be played up. Montreal going to tip it out to the neutral zone. Here they come quickly. 2-on-1, forming a nice defensive play. That's stolen away. Coming off to the line, Montreal Armia stepping up, trying to hold this one in. I got to move my screen around here. There we go. Now I can see, and we're going to get a quick offside whistle. Offside. So no Aho, Martin Hook, Stahl, Jarvis, Blake, Slavin, and Chatfield all getting the night off for Carolina. Nathan, welcome in. Favorite player of all time. For me, it's easy. It's number 99. Number 99, not Alexander Galdinyuk, but Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky. Actually, I think Alex Galchenyuk was 93. But there was another 99. But Gretzky is my guy. This down around in the corner, picked up here. Carolina with it. Big trip right in front of the official. Montreal got away with one. Very lucky. This cycling around. Carolina has it in the Montreal zone. Cycle in the corner. Misses it here. Taylor Hall couldn't control it. Comes around to the far side. Montreal overskates it. Bad pass by Carolina. Sloppy play by both folks right now. Both teams not looking real good. Picked up here by Montreal. They're going to slow this down. Matheson taking a long look up ice. Now he's going to carry. Cycle back. Flipping this over. Matheson gets it returned. And they're going to settle this one down. Dallas, what's going on? Beverly, hello there. Welcome in. Here comes the third line. Gallagher going to pick it up for Montreal. Long pass, trying to get it all the way up to Anderson. It's deflected down low to Dvorak. Dvorak to Anderson, side of the net. It's going to be deflected right on. In the corner, this is going to be chipped aside. Carolina going to get it to the center ice marker. It's picked up by Montreal, and they're going to again play this up. Anderson going to tip it ahead for Dvorak. He has it taken away. This coming in the corner. Gallagher going to steal. Gallagher trying to shoot through the legs. He does. Hits the side of the net. Carolina going to play this one up on the far side. Logan Stankoven going to work it ahead. Has it taken away. Up to Josh Anderson. Anderson going to flip it into the slot, trying to hit Dvorak. That one doesn't connect. John, how's it going? Welcome in. This cycling around, it's going to be chipped out and all the way down the ice. Struble is going to go back. It's hopping on him. He's got to go. He's being chased down. Going to move it ahead. Montreal up the middle. Long pass across into the Carolina zone. Here's Line with it. Line sending it around down in the corner. Demidov cycling around the slot. Line putting it between the legs. Coming out in front. It's going to roll up on the goaltender. And he's going to hang on to it. Big start. Lots of speed, but not a whole lot making the goaltenders uncomfortable. And Kochikov is going to hang on to that one. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Todd, it's your birthday today, too. Happy birthday. Get those birthdays flowing. All right, Montreal going to take the draw. Roslovic is going to get waved out. Newhook is going to take it against Jakowski. Frederick, thank you so much for hitting those subscribes. Appreciate it. Off the draw, this coming around. Thank you, David, as well. Carolina going to bring it in. A long little pass, getting knocked down, held in at the line. Here's a long shot looking to be deflected. Nice job, and Montembeault going to hold on to that. Not allow anything else to get going. So a good freeze, good puck freeze here.
Technically, this isn't even a must-win.
Wow.
Montreal doesn't win this game. Columbus can still only get a point tomorrow or lose. And Montreal
you don't want to leave this to Columbus. You want to deal with this yourself. You want to come in. You want to get the win.
You can't play with the fear of losing in your mind, and that's what
so coming up to set up, Jake Evans going to come in to take this draw. Duke, how's it going? Welcome in. 93 defines everything. Nathan, 93 was a fun year. Lots went on in that year. 17:26 to go. I don't know what the delay is in dropping this puck. Finally, they pan back out with the camera. And Evans is going to miss. Montreal going to flip it up. Carolina misses it. It's going to come back down into their zone. Gostisbehere going to flip this one around the boards. Montreal Evans trying to keep it in. Can't do it. Matheson comes up with the puck. Going to work it ahead. Armia trying to get it. He can't. Evans taking a swipe at it. Carolina player goes down a little too easily, but no call by the referee. Refs letting them play right now. Toronto and LA, yeah, Nathan, that was a heck of a series. We almost had Toronto, Montreal back then. Here's Matheson. Going to bring this one in, going cross ice right in front. And Kochikov with the pads down doesn't allow Montreal to put that one in. Carolina back the other way. 2-on-2. Everybody's a little slow getting back. Leo, how's it going? Welcome in. This down in the corner. Matheson sending it around. Up on the far side, they turn it over. Carolina into the slot. Gooley going to pick this one up. He's going to spin around. He's going to slow this one down and hang on to it. Gooley going to set up. Only one registered shot apiece for each team. Here just a couple of minutes in, about 3.5 in. Montreal coming up the middle. Little drop to Slivkovsky. Slivkovsky, he's going to take a look. He's going to go cross ice. Montreal from the face-off dot. Shooting scores! Montreal gets on the board first. Chuck, what's going on? Big, how's it going? There it is. That's what the doctor ordered. The Habs rip this one, and Gooley's going to get the goal. His 5th from Slafkovsky. Nice little setup. Nice patience coming in. Montreal gets on the board early. Slafkovsky, a nice job. He looked at Hudson, then goes across to Gooley, who comes just up by that face-off dot and absolutely blasts it in. What a beauty of a goal. A great shot. A great shot. And that is going to be an adrenaline shot that's going to go right to the legs of these Montreal players. I expect them to continue to put pressure and extend this lead here quickly. This is going to be chipped up, trying to play it ahead to Caulfield. He's going to chase it down, but it's going to be an icing call, and that's going to come all the way back to the Montreal side of the ice. Caden Gooley, his 5th goal of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time. Puts them in the lead. Wow, that was sweet. Wasn't that the year they went on to win the cup? Was it that year? Holy smokes. So nice job there by Gooley. Off the draw, Carolina won it, but Slafkovsky takes it away. He's going to send this cross ice. Montreal going to chip this up ahead. This coming all the way down. Another icing call. So again, this is coming all the way back up to the Montreal end of the ice. Habs won in 93. No, I meant Carolina. Carolina. Holy smokes. You know the fans back home in Montreal are going wild with that one. Great shot by Gooley.
Two players have to be calm coming out here. Your best
Nope.
player, your captain,
Didn't drop the puck. Gonna set it up.
Those guys look
Do it again.
and are embracing the
So
moment.
Carolina's going to get waved out. Suzuki going to take this draw. He's going to win it back. Comes around behind the net. Montreal, little flip pass to the neutral zone. It's going to be cut off here. A little high hit. Montreal coming in again. Here's a shot. Suzuki right on and a nice save. Kochikov with that glove. Just a great one. Able to get there in time.
This time, center ice, he bumps into Walker.
Little bit of a high hit. Walker kind of took that on the chin. Montreal was able to take it away as Walker was kind of stunned, and if a little bit of an off-balance shot there, but Kochikov grabs it with the glove. He's very good on the glove side. Very good. Not yet, Dallas. Not yet. Nor from Jeff. Jeff, if you're here, I still need to. I haven't got a note from you yet either. This is going to be flipped up and down the ice. Montreal back with it. Going to flip this up. Savard getting it right back. He's going to move this cross ice to Struble. Struble going to work it up. Demidov, long pass. This is going to come into Line A. Back to Demidov, who shoots. And even the crowd here in Carolina was going crazy. There must be a lot of Habs fans in Carolina here tonight. Oh, just kidding. It's in Montreal. It's in Montreal. Just kidding. Just kidding. No wonder why the crowd was getting so amped up. This coming around. Holy smokes. Sam, what are you drinking? This coming back is Struble. Struble with it. Struble setting it up. Oh, Sammy. 1-0 Montreal. Here they come again. Down into the corner. Carolina trying to pick this one up. They're going to chip this ahead to Taylor Hall. Hall going to work it. Carter, what's going on? Welcome in. This could be bounced up by Hall. Montreal back to pick it up. Going to bring this one around. Carolina stumped against the boards. Anderson pulled it out to Gallagher. This is going to come to Dvorak. His back pass is going to give it away. You had Mega right. Holy smokes. This is going to come on. Where is it? Montreal Carrier has it in his equipment. Ref's got to fish that one out. Oh, wow. Hot start here for Montreal. Welcome in, everybody. Bonjour. Welcome in. Je m'appelle Sam. Happy to have you here joining us. Make sure you do hit that thumbs up for us and hit that subscribe. Nope, it's over here. Hit that subscribe. We're going to be live again tomorrow for the last Leaf game. We're off on Friday, and then we're here a whole lot come playoff time, starting in just a few days. Saturday, it all starts for real. Off the draw, this is going to be fought after in the corner. Montreal trying to bring this one around. Matheson doing a nice job kind of tying it up. Now it's going to come back. Carolina right back in here. Down over to the other side, Evans, he's going to come up with it. 3 Hurricanes going in on the 2 Montreal defenders, trying to jam this one out. Matheson coming in to help out. Evans going to pull this one free. Svechnikov is up on there. Montreal's going to pull it out. Dvorak can't clear. Now it hops out and over the line. Brett Burns going to pick it up, and he's going to send this one right back in. Yeah, Mega, Carolina resting a whole lot of players here tonight. Coach, we'll talk a little bit about the matchups at the intermission. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Appreciate it. Montreal, long pass up the middle, deflected in. Carolina, Kochekov out. He's going to play it around. Picked up Suzuki, centering it in front. A great chance for Evans, and he just couldn't capitalize. Armia in the corner. He's going to give it to Evans. Evans trying to give it to Suzuki. It's picked up here by Jost, and Jost, he's going to play this one up. Here comes Nadeau. He's going to dump this one in the corner. Trying to get in here. Oh, big hit as Lane Hudson goes hard face first into the boards. He's up. He's getting pressed up there. Oh, that was a dangerous hit. He took that one hard. Dumped right back in. Hudson said that it went up into the glass. He's going to pull it out in front. And it comes to Evans again. He's going to play it up ahead. Suzuki with it. Suzuki going to back this one up. Hudson seems to be okay. Trade Jose Theodore for David Abisher. Wow, those are some names from the past. This is going to be tipped down. Carolina keeping this one in. A nice little move here. Trying to play it across. Robinson didn't get all of it. Side of the net, trying to come in front. Montreal, Hudson knocked that away. Carolina bringing it around the other side. Off the boards, down to the line. Little swing it across. Here's a long shot. That one's going to sail into the corner. Tipped here. Montreal trying to get in here. They're trying to work this one out. They're struggling right now, though. Carolina racing them around. Down on the side of the net, Roslovic with it. He's going to play this in front. Little stick lift there by Demidov, and here comes Montreal. Montreal over to Demidov. Demidov coming through. Oh, what a move. Demidov going upstairs. He didn't miss by much. What a dangle. Are you kidding me? Here's Demidov again. He's going to look to pass it. No, he's carrying it. Demidov going to cycle around. Now he's going to slide it in the corner for Newhook. Newhook with it. Newhook still looking. Back over. Here's Caulfield to the line. Here's a shot by Matheson. That's blocked. Carolina going to carry this one out. Demidov with the dangle of all dangles and walked right in and just put it over the crossbar. What a move. Danny, thank you and welcome in. Ashton, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And 1-0 Montreal. 1-0, and here's a breakaway. Montreal shooting. Oh, and they put it just wide again as Caulfield found himself on a breakaway, and the referee is blowing this one down as it went up and hit the mesh. Cole Caulfield all of a sudden picks the puck up at center ice and has a breakaway as he walks in and again just puts it high. They're going to take a commercial break, but welcome in everybody. 1-0 Montreal, and a huge goal by Caden Gooley from Slavkovsky and Suzuki to open up the scoring here today. A huge, huge goal. We got 11 minutes to go in period number 1. And whoof, great feverish pace. It slowed down at first, but Montreal has just been pouring it on. Good chance there by Caulfield. Demidov had a great chance just moments before that. Unbelievable. They are really, really pushing. Amelia, how's it going? Welcome in. Mason, how's it going? So I'm watching with you better than 90% of the network. Oh, thank you, Mason. I really, truly appreciate that. We just love our hockey. We love our hockey, love to have fun. And we do it a little different than some folks, but hey, that's okay. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Appreciate it. Welcome in. And again, if you're watching along on the big screen on the televisions, we acknowledge you. Welcome in. If you're cable remote, if you push up twice and over to the right, you can still hit that thumbs up on the TV. Otherwise, you can, it's okay. We appreciate you watching along, but if you can hit that thumbs up, go for it. We're going to be here a whole lot over the next couple months, a whole lot, and I'm so excited, so excited. Playoffs is my favorite time of year. Yes, I want the Maple Leafs to go far. Yes, I'd love to see the Panthers do well. Yes, I want a Canadian team to finally win the cup, but really, I just want to see good series. I want to see some overtime games. I want to get those 4 OT nights in where we start at 7 and we end at 2 in the morning. We want to have some crazy, crazy fun. And that's what this is all about. You know, born and raised in Montreal. There you go. Habs fan for life, I bet. Habs fan for life. Again, thank you for hitting those subscribes and likes. Thank you over on the Tickety Talkety or the Twitch for hitting those follows. We appreciate y'all. Will we see 5 this year? Coach, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's pull an all-nighter. Let's hang up the stream and say goodnight, everybody, and then I turn on my work meetings and say good morning, everybody. Let's do it. Phil, what's going on? Never have to apologize about being late, my friend. We're just happy to have you. You're becoming busier than a one-arm break. Phil, you kill me. Phil, my shoulder, the good thing is my shoulder wouldn't let me be a bricklayer. It's too sore from my injury. But this I could do all night. Off the draw. You guys will see. Come the Stanley Cup Finals, I'll have no voice. This is going to be knocked down with a high stick, so we're going to get a whistle here. Carson, what's up? Rock and roll. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate having you here. We're going to have some giveaways coming up, of course, throughout the postseason as well. Lots of goodies that we're going to be able to have fun with. Jambi, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in. We're on our way to 25,800. First stop, 750. Adrian, what's going on? Welcome in. Who are you cheering for in the first round? Panthers all the way, buddy. Panthers over Lightning any day of the week, every day. I was thinking of something clever, but it just didn't come. Here comes Montreal. They're coming. Anderson trying to make a move to come in. He's got Gallagher with him. This going down in the corner. Carolina going to swing it around. We're going to rock and roll all night and party every day. No, Dallas, we're going to rock and roll all night and part of every day. If you know, you know. This coming around in the corner. Carolina feeding this one back. Walker coming in. Deking it around in front. Little jam play, turning, shooting. Oh, they scored! Carolina! Taylor Hall! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a hockey game here with 10 minutes left in the first. It is 1-1 as Taylor Hall is going to pick up his 18th of the year. This a little pitch in front. Did this hit Svechnikov in front of the net? The Walker carried it around. Hall turns and shoots it. It looks like it hits something funny in front. Let's see. Oh, yes, off the knee of Gooley. So Gooley with 2 goals tonight, one in his own net, one in the other net. Hall going to get credit for the goal as he shot the puck. Walker picks up the assist. I'm glad you found us as well, Amelia. Welcome in. This is an amazing community, and you will find out very quickly. This chat is full of phenomenal people. Struble going to bring this one around. He's going to turn and shoot, putting it off the side of the net. Penalty coming up here to Carolina. Montreal trying to center it in the slot, and it's touched up by Carrier. And penalty coming up as Montreal is going to the power play, looking to get their lead back. And they're going to go to a commercial break again. Brindamore gets his step on Armia, ties him up. So he's going to get called for the hook, the hold, whatever it is. But Rod Brindamore's son makes it on to the score sheet. You think Dad is going to rip into him a little bit when he gets back to the bench? Skylar Brindamore, 2 minutes hooking, but he's on the game sheet. Carolina, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go Canes. What are the Canes going to do? Canes fans, let me ask you, what do you think about Skylar Brindamore? Are you excited for this young prospect? Or are you kind of meh on him? I'd love to know what Carolina fans feel about this young prospect. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Habs, go. Lady, welcome in. Welcome to the fun. So I like when we see some of these young kids get their shots. Especially being a Brindamore. He's got good hockey genes. We're going to see. Carolina. I'm batting 1,000 here tonight. Carolyn, welcome in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Onyx, when you said that song, Oh, Carolina, that got stuck in my head. I don't know why. Oh, Carolyn, welcome in. Oh, Sam's losing it. Sam's losing it, and the playoffs haven't even started yet. But that's why we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time partying it up all the way through from game one until we're done. And we said it in the opening, but we'll say it again. This is what we get so crazy about. This is what it's all about. And if you've never had a chance to come down to the Hockey Hall of Fame here in Toronto and see it for real, maybe you've caught it when it's touring around your town. But if you see the Stanley Cup in real life, it is an absolutely beauty. It is gorgeous. It is the best trophy in all the sports, in my opinion. EP, welcome in. Who's scoring next? Montreal's going to score right now on this power play. I'm calling it Demidov on the PP. He's putting this one home. We're going to turn the cap around, and let's go. Demi is going to pull it out right now. He's going to fire this one in. Coming back from commercial break. Brian, what's going on? Habs lose tonight. Blue Jacks to win tomorrow. Brian, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Off the draw. Carolina going to win this one around. They're going to clear it down the ice. Going to stop it right by the line. Turning it over, and Montreal going to set it up back in their own zone. Here they come, the Habs. Oh, the back pass. I hate the back pass on the power play. Suzuki going to carry this one up, leaving it for Slafkovsky. Slaffy, he's going to play this one over to Caulfield. Caulfield, he leaves it here for Line. Line, cross-ice pass. I don't think Demidov is on this first unit, so we'll have to wait for the second unit. Suzuki turns it over, and again, Carolina bringing this one all the way down. Carolina in the corner, hanging on to it. Going to leave it here behind the net. Caulfield back to pick it up. Here we go. Lane Hudson, the Calder Cup candidate, favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Going to drop this one back. Montreal bringing it in. Slafkovsky again over the line. Line putting it over to Hudson. Hudson coming up. He's going to shoot. That's going to go high and at a play. Thank you so much for hitting that follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Charles. How's it going? K-Mix, what's up? Go Leafs go tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be Go Leafs go as the Maple Leafs and the Red Wings going to close out the season for us here on the channel. But Lane Hudson had a great opportunity. That one he should have passed off. He looked the pass and then took the shot, and that's going to go up and out of play. But that's one where he should have moved it across. Minute left to go in the power play. They're going to switch up the units. Let's see. Do we get Demi on here? We got Gallagher. We got Suzuki. Camera, just pan over. I can't see. Demi is on. Off the draw, they're going to blow it down right away. Carolina screaming. Linesman coming over. Oh! So 5-on-3 coming up here. Oh, Carolina, you can't use your hand like that on the face-off. This is going to be a conversation. Jost is losing his mind. Rod Brindamore is screaming it out. He's shouting it, shouting it, shouting it loud. Shout, shout, shout. Shout it out loud. Let's see. It goes down. So, you know what? I don't think this is a penalty. What happened is the puck went down. Joust falls down with both hands, and he swings the stick to hit the puck, and it does hit the knuckles. So they are going to reverse it. So he used his hand, but it's not like he used his hand to do one of these. He used his stick to knock it, but his glove got it with the stick. So they reverse this, not going to be a penalty, still going to be a 5-on-4. Yes, the right hand made contact, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He didn't let go of his stick and try and shoo it away. Rod Brindamore is still going, and the referee just said to him, quit it. Stop. Wes McCauley just trying to cut Brindamore off, say enough. And he's still John. Maybe we should start a new poll. Will Rod Brindamore throw a chair by the end of tonight? Rod Brindamore, who dressed a bunch of youngsters, sat a bunch of his star players, taking this real seriously. Endgame, how's it going? Welcome in. So here comes Matheson. Matheson, he's going to carry this one ahead. 50 seconds to go. Going to drop this one back. If any Leaf fans want to feel old, Toronto has faced Ottawa in the playoffs 21 years ago. Wow. Suzuki going to chip this one up. Onyx, that's crazy. It's been 21 years. Carolina going to play this to the line. It's going to come out. All right, maybe I'm going to go back on my pick there. Luke, it is 1-1. We are all squared away, all tied at ones right now. Over the line. Here comes Newhook. Going to pass this one across. Backing it up, cross to Suzuki. Suzuki going to cycle this one back. Over to Newhook. Newhook trying to swing it across. And Carolina going to clear this all the way down. With 10 seconds to go in the power play, this one is probably going to be done. Matheson is going to work it up. The power play is now officially over. Here comes Montreal, going to chip it in. Putting it right on net. And Kochikov is going to hang on to it. 7:35 here in period number 1. And we are all tied at ones. Caden Gooley scored for Montreal. Taylor Hall scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes. They've now added a second assist to Taylor Hall's goal. Walker and Kotkaniemi are going to get the assist there. Could be, Phil. Could be. Taking a look. Getting ready to drop this one. Face off in the Carolina zone. Nope, they're going to blow it. Drop it again. Bradley, what's going on? Welcome in. Evans in to take this draw. In here against Kotkaniemi. It's a scramble draw, and Carolina going to come away with it. They're going to flip this one up. It's going to land right around the logo at center ice. Montreal going to swipe at it, but it's going to hop up into the Canadiens bench. So we're going to get another whistle coming up. 7 shots for Montreal so far, only 3 for Carolina. Jonathan, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here tonight in a big, big game. 1 point and Montreal is in. A loss, we have to sit around and wait for tomorrow night to see what the Blue Jackets do. So again, Kotkaniemi coming in against Evans. Evans going to win this draw. And here we go, Montreal, long pass. They're going to carry this one in. Evans with this. He's going to play this into the high slot. Quick shot, that's going to be deflected. Down in the corner is Armia. Armia trying to drag it towards the front of the net. It comes to Evans at the side. Down low, Kotkaniemi trying to swing it around. He has it taken away. Morrow going to play this one all the way down. Montreal backing it up in their own zone, now up to the red line. It's chipped right back. Montreal going to regroup in their own zone, and it's going to be Carrier playing this one up. And Carolina steals it and sends it right back down. Fabio, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, wasn't that great of a power play? Wasn't that great? Here's Gooley, the goal scorer, going to rip it around the boards all the way down the ice to the blue line. Montreal chipping this one in. Here comes the forecheck. Anderson in there first. Playing it out in front. Dvorak with a great chance. And he can't put that one in, and Kochikov is going to dive on it and smother it. Heads up play there by Montreal to ship it out of the corner right in front of the net. Good jam play there. But Dvorak just couldn't get on it, and before Anderson rolled out in front, the goaltender had Superman dived on top of that one. Wow. 6:32 to go. Montreal press, and they continue to come close. Matthew, welcome in from Nova Scotia. Do you hope Montreal wins to get in the playoffs? Yeah, Matthew, the more Canadian teams we can load up in there, the better.
Now it's Skylar Brindamore that'll take the draw.
Off the draw, Brindamore going to win this one back. Gostisbehere, cross ice. Here it come. Oh, nice little quick stick there by Slavkovsky to knock it away. Bringing it over to Caulfield. Caulfield coming in. Slavkovsky going to the net. Caulfield, no passing lane. So Suzuki has it poked from behind. Here come the Canes, bringing it down into the corner. Giving chase, trying to get in here first. Logan Stankoven, he's going to spin around in the corner. Stankoven's got great hands, working it through. Down to the sideboards, back to the line, to the point. Carolina has it poked off, and it's going to come out. Here comes Caulfield stealing. Caulfield has Slavkovsky. Oh, the pass to him. In Slaffy Taffy couldn't control it with those silky mitts. And this is going to come back down the other way as Slavkovsky with a glorious chance in front. This is going to be chipped up to the line. Montreal getting it right back out. Thank you so much for hitting those subscribes. Is this the year Canadian team finally takes it home? Charles, I hope so. Holy smokes. This is going to be flipped out. Gallagher sending it back around. Here he comes. Gallagher in over the line. Gallagher centering it across for Anderson. It was behind him. He couldn't pull that one through. Back the other way. Jost bringing it in. Carolina sending in the corners. Gooley going to kick this one into the corner. Gallagher there to help him out. He's going to take a bump. And back to pick it up is Dvorak. He's going to be met there with a check. And the Carolina player who threw the hit is a little dazed after it. Back the other way. Anderson going to steal. Anderson trying to drop it to Gallagher. Now he's going to continue going. He's getting hooked all over the place. Still keeping on trucking. Going to cycle it around behind the net. Anderson throwing a solid hit. Montreal going to turn around. Dvorak taking a bit of a blind side. Gallagher coming in on the dough. Gallagher has it, but he's kind of on one knee. He throws it towards the net. That's going to be knocked aside. Montreal only needs 1 point. That's it. 1 point. It's not hard. It's not hard. 4:25 to go in the first period. The physicality's starting to pick up. That's something we didn't see a lot of in the last game, but Montreal certainly seems to be bringing it here tonight. Carolina back to the line. Cross ice to Burns. Mr. Burns with the shot. That's going to be blocked. And it comes all the way down the ice. Burns back to pick it up. Going to send this one around. Montreal forecheck coming. They can't get it. But Carolina botches the pass. Montreal going to pick this one up. In over the line. There's our Fanatics affiliate link. If you're looking to pick up yourself a Demidov jersey in time for the playoffs, you can click that link. It'll take you over to Fanatics, and you can pick up your jersey. And of course, from being an affiliate link, it does give us a little kickback as well. But no increased price, which is awesome. So thank you for your consideration. Holy smokes. Going to be grabbed and held. Face-off coming up in the Carolina zone. But it's a commercial break. And we are tied at ones with 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes to go. Coming up at first intermission, we'll break down all the stats of the first period. We're also going to take a rundown of all the matchups so far that are solidified for this playoffs. And we'll be sharing our opinions. And I'd love to get your opinions as well. Great play. Oh, thank you, Amelia. I appreciate it so much. Brian wants those Columbus Blue Jackets to go, fire the cannon, fire the cannon. I got to tell you, every time I hear that cannon, all I think of is AC/DC. For those about to rock, fire, we salute you. Great tune. I feel like Newhook really took it to the next level playing with Demidov. Yes, he did. And Demidov, I think, elevated him. Newhook, he's got some good hands. They were connecting. They were moving. I'm a huge Newhook fan. I really wanted him to do well in Colorado, but love that he's found a home in Montreal and love that he's embracing it. All right. Got to stay hydrated, kids. I asked my family to name NHL teams. The only two teams everyone missed, the Kraken and the Blue Jackets. You know, Charles, I got to tell you, the Kraken are exciting me. First of all, I love their jersey. I love the colors in their jerseys. But they're starting to put together a decent team. But they got everybody but those two. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. keep the streaming, not singing. I'm trying, Phil. Sometimes it just comes out. It just comes out. I can't help myself. I promise. I'll stop. I'm stopping. Jennifer, what's going on? Welcome. That was really loud. Sorry. Welcome in, Jennifer. Just started to watch hockey. Any tips to learn about the game? Oh, wow. That's a great question, Jennifer. Do you have a favorite team? Have you picked a favorite team so far? Banking, what's going on? Welcome in. Because that would be my first thing is get familiar with a couple of teams, get familiar with a couple of players that you're excited to watch. Don't worry too much about all the various rules and whatnot. You want to find some people you get excited to watch. And that's always a great way to start. She picks Columbus. Brian, I don't know anybody who picks Columbus as their first team to cheer for when just starting out, unless you're in Columbus or have ties to the team. But that's okay. You're picking the right time to enter hockey, playoff hockey. That's right, Charles. It is the best time. All right. Back around in the corner. Trying to bring this one up. Montreal going to steal. Montreal in over the line. Suzuki going to bring this one back. Suzuki playing it to the line. Matheson. Matheson cross ice. Carrier with the long shot. That's knocked down in front. Slavkovsky trying to get a stick on it. He can't do it. And this coming back out and all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. Yeah, I think once you kind of pick, once you find the team that you like to watch, and playoffs is good because a lot of the bad teams are eliminated. So you're only choosing from, you know, teams that have had pretty good seasons. Once you find a team that you like to watch and you start getting familiar with the players, then it starts to open your eyes. Then you start to realize the different parts of the game that are good. Some of the basic rules you want to understand, like offsides, just so you know at the whistles you're not always wondering exactly what's going on, but you'll learn it fairly quickly. Flamesy fan, what's going on? Just need overtime. My team got eliminated last night. It was kind of a tough night. Thoughts on Wolf season, Flamesy? Wolf was phenomenal. He will be a nominee for the Calder, I believe. He was spectacular. We did a couple Flames games this year, and I really was impressed by his play. He's going to have a bright career ahead of himself. Bonnie, hello there. Welcome in. This coming down over the line. Carolina bringing it in. 2:18 to go. Still tied at ones here. In the corner, Montreal trying to steal. Bringing this back around. Carolina holding it up, kind of freezing it there temporarily. Now going to move it in front, looking for the jam. That doesn't come. Puck's going to come out and all the way down the ice. John, thank you so much. Oh, I'm not a pro. I'm an amateur with a capital A, but I appreciate the kind words. Possible even to go to local league to watch the game rules. Phil, that's a great call, too. If there's hockey in the area. Oh, here comes Carolina driving, and it's tipped. It stays in play. Always good to check out the local game in your area. This coming around behind the net. Working it up. Heineman going to try and chase this one down. Going to play it for Armia. He couldn't touch that one, and this is going to be icing against Montreal. 1:34 to go in the first period. Still tied at ones. 9 shots for Montreal. 3 for the Carolina Hurricanes. That's it, only 3. My team is Pittsburgh Penguins. They are out of the playoffs hopefully next year. Boy, Matthew, it took Dubas a whole year to destroy that team. You're welcome. And I'm sorry. It's going to be tough in Pittsburgh, my friend. I don't know what you guys are going to do. You're going to need some serious rebuilding there. All right, face off in the Montreal zone. Let's go. Drop this puck. There it is. Scramble off the draw. Montreal trying to pull it back. It's sitting there right in the slot. It's going to be picked up and dished down the ice. Carolina going to regroup, bring it across. Quick up pass. Yeah, it's, you know, is Crosby going to stick around? Malkin had a tough year this year. How long is he still going to play for? It's going to be tough. This back behind the net. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up. If you're enjoying what we do, if you're watching on the talk, make sure to tap that screen for us. And last but not least, make sure you hit that subscribe. We're 8 subs away from getting up to 750. Cool guy in the house. What's going on? Welcome in. Were you saying it took him one signing to ruin the Pens? That's true, Phil. That's true. I'm shocked about that one. This all the way down. I'm still concerned about the Caps postseason even after the last win. Yeah, you know what? Banking it, Caps, you know, well, I'll save it for intermission. Burns down in the corner, 33 seconds to go. Gallagher, a long shot that's going to get knocked down. Carolina going to bring this one up over the line. Here they come. Last effort, 25 seconds to go. Hope to goodness they don't trade Crosby. That would be awful. John, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Here's a long shot right on. Crosby doesn't have many years left to go in his legs. Hudson going to play this around. They're going to chip this one out. 8 seconds to go. Cycling it around. Montreal going to flip this up in the air. Everyone looking for it. Carolina going to bring it down. Big hit in the neutral zone. And the horn is going to go. This period is done in the books. This was a great period. All right, let's go to the intermission. Let's break it all down. You got it, Brian. You got it. Matthew, you know, I don't know what they can do with Carlson. Hang on, let me flip this over. There we go. The problem with Carlson, he's old and he's expensive. So I don't think, you know, they're not going to be able to trade him. The question is, if they buy them out, that's a lot of dead money against the cap. And, you know, I don't think he's ready to retire. So I think you're kind of stuck with him. I believe Crosby and Malkin is a cash grab like Ovi. Yeah, you know, listen, Crosby took less money. Don't forget, Crosby only took 8.7 million again for 2 years, right? So I believe he's got 1 year left. I would be surprised if he sticks around after that year. This upcoming year, they got the Olympics. He's going to go. He'll captain our Olympic team again, and then he'll finish the year and probably be done. The question is, does he want to be traded to a contender to try and win one last cup before he retires? Kind of like Ray Bourque did, kind of like a lot of these guys did. So I'm not a fan of that happening. Guys, you know, wanting to be traded to play one last, you know, have one last hurrah. But it's Crosby, so I'll make an exception. Luna, how's it going? Jen, welcome in. Welcome to the party. All right, let's run through these. 9 shots for Montreal, 4 for Carolina, 12 hits for Carolina, 7 for Montreal, 15-6 the faceoffs won. Carolina just doing a phenomenal job in the faceoffs. Montreal goes 0 for 1. Their power play was not that great, I'm not going to lie. Carolina hasn't had a power play opportunity. 11 giveaways to 8, really high giveaway numbers right now. Really high. So both teams got to tighten up there. 5-3 the blocked shots. I'm referring to revenue. Oh, hang on. Let's go. I'm referring to revenue for the Penguins. He won't. Oh, yeah. He won't get traded. Yeah. I got you on that one. Heard Crosby gets 1 more concussion. Oh, yeah. Matthew. With all the concussions he had, he can't afford 1 more. I'll be honest. After, what was it, 2.5 years he was out? I'm surprised he even came back. Amelia said, I'm so glad you found us as well. Thank you for being here. I don't have like a favorite team yet. I enjoy the game overall in general, though the Canucks and Jets call my attention for some reason. All right, Jennifer, 2 good teams, although Vancouver didn't make it in the playoffs. If you want to watch a team full of controversy, Vancouver's the way to go. A lot of talent. They're not just gelling right now. Winnipeg is a great team to watch going in. Winnipeg won their division. They have arguably the best goaltender in the league. They have a lot of good snipers, a lot of good players. So Winnipeg, you can't go wrong watching the Jets throughout this playoff season. They're a great starter team to kind of learn. They also play a very fast-paced game as well. So very, very entertaining. Would be a good choice for sure. Crosby early in his career was mentored by Mario Lemieux. That's for sure, cool guy. And you can tell, right? Crosby had all the tools, and he brought up and he respected the game. He behaved himself. He acted well. He just did all the right things. That's right. Lemieux let him stay with him, and I love to see that. John Tavares did that with a bunch of young guys. You know, I think Matthew Nyes was staying with Tavares right now. We see that all the time, and it's really, really good. As a youngster, when you're coming into this league, now, NHL contracts aren't crazy, especially for the rookies. You know, they're making 800, 900,000. You know, when you all of a sudden you get this much money as a rookie, you don't know what to do with yourself. And so you live with a mentor. You learn some tips about finance. You learn how to raise a household. You learn respect to the game. I love when veterans kind of take in the young guys like that. Any idea or wish idea who the Habs might target as a second center this summer? Good question. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't even started to think about free agents this summer. There's going to be a lot of good names out there, but what we'll have to towards the end, we'll start to go through the list and see who's available, and we'll talk more about that. If this game stay ties and goes into overtime, Montreal would get the point. They would go on. Paul, how's it going? Welcome in. If you want to experience heart attack nightly, just follow the Leafs. Oh, goodness. I know what concussions are all about. You've had 3 from sports. Oh, Matthew, you got to take care of yourself. Must take care of yourselves. Concussions, no joke. Alonso, how's it going? Is this the year for the Leafs, or will they choke again? Oh, I don't know. So, you know, it's a great question. Let me pose this to you all in the chat. And thank you so much for the follows. Habs fans enjoy Molson, because you guys are going to bottle it. Anthony, welcome in. Minton, Montreal fan, welcome in. Thank you all for the follows. I do appreciate it. Let me ask you this question. You bring up choking, teams choking. Kirk, what's going on? Welcome in. You talk about choking. So what is considered a choke? You know, in the case of the Toronto Maple Leafs, If they were to lose out in the first round, yes, we could argue and say they were choked. Jedi, what's going on? Welcome in. If Toronto goes to the third round, if they go to the conference finals, let's say arguably against Washington, and they lose, is that considered a choke? If you go to the third round, is that considered a choke? If you go to the second round and it's a 6 or 7 game series and you lose, is that considered a choke? I've often wondered what people consider to be a choke. Leafs and the word choke should be in the same sentence. Yeah. Because to me, if your team is favored and you lose in the first round, even if you lose in the first round, but you're beaten by a better team, I don't consider it a choke. If you come in and you have low turnovers, you're getting lots of shots on net, you're hitting, your goaltender is solid, and the games are all very close, I still don't consider it a choke. First round and second round is a choke for the Leafs. I see. If you go to the second round, let's say Toronto goes to the second round, it's going to be a tough series against Ottawa. Ottawa is on fire right now. They go to the second round. Let's say they play the Florida Panthers. It goes 6 games. Bobrovsky is solid. Stolarz is solid. Games are very close, kind of 2-1, 3-2 type of games. I don't consider that a choke. I consider it being beaten by a better team. Now, if they go and they get swept, or they lose, 4-1, and they're blown out of every game, then yes, I consider it a choke. If you're a Maple Leafs fan, anything other than the Stanley Cup win is considered a choke. See, Dave, that's kind of what I was hoping someone would say it. So thank you for saying it. I don't think in today's world we can hold that statement as realistic. And because the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy to win in all of sports, in my opinion. The hardest, right? Best of 7 series. You're playing football on ice, right? Football on ice, you're playing every other day. Hardest series to win, and you got to do it 4 times. Your health takes a toll. You're beaten up. You got to be tough. But again, physically, it takes a toll. Mentally, it takes a toll. Fans, especially in Toronto, Montreal as well, fans are relentless, ruthless, right? So that plays into the mental game. I don't consider it a choke if they don't get there. If they lose and they lose to a better team, that's okay. If they blow it, Game 7 against Boston several years ago, where they were ahead and they gave up the 4 goals to tie and then ultimately lose, that was a choke. That was a colossal choke. But I think if you go in and you play to the best of your ability and you're beat, sometimes you just lose to a better team. And hey, there's always next year. I would say, Sam, that you're a very unusual fan, though. Dave, I would agree with you. I would agree with you. There's sports fans in general, and I will include me in it. Jay, what's going on? We'll wipe the floor. Jay, I hope you're right. Go Habs. Welcome in, Beast. Sports fans as a whole, we are all a little over emotional. There are times when we're a little tired, we're watching a game, a call doesn't go our way, and guys are throwing things. You see clips on social media of people going up and punching their television sets and flipping chairs and tables. That's a little much. It's a little over the top. Now, part of what you see on social media and people doing these things is all for show. You can tell when people are sticking their face in the camera going, making a huge show. You can tell. When you're watching somebody and they react naturally and for real, and you can tell sometimes emotions run wild, they get a little crazy. But as sports fans, we take it too much. We live or die on every inch of the ice that the puck goes. And when it's up, we are higher than Katy Perry in fake space. We are through the atmosphere, loving life. When our team gets down by a goal with 6 minutes left to go in the third period of a non-elimination game in the playoffs, we're chewing our water bottles, we're biting our nails, we're freaking out. Now take it to overtime in a Game 7. Us people as sports fans, we don't know what to do with ourselves. You like that one, eh? Did you see the clip? The door was open before they actually opened the door. It was crazy. But as sports fans, when the game is on the line in elimination time, we don't know what to do with ourselves. You know, when Toronto, I had that clip in the opening when they beat Boston in overtime in game 6 last year. I literally had tears in my eyes. I couldn't believe I wasn't expecting it to happen. I couldn't believe it. I mean, that was 100% real. When the Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup, because a lot of you know, I do spend some time from time to time in Florida, and I have been a Florida Panther fan since they came in the league. When the Florida Panthers won the cup last year, I legitimately like lost control. I was so excited. Sydney, what's going on? Welcome in. I was so excited. I turned to Dina B, who's sitting here watching on the couch. As soon as the game ended, I turned to her and I said, "Go online. I want the hat." You know, I wanted that championship hat. I needed to have that memory. And even we went down. We were there earlier this season, going to a game at the Amarin Arena, and they still had some championship merch, and I had to go and snag some of it. You know, you kind of forget. You know, when I was there, you know, I grabbed another championship hat. I grabbed like a couple of t-shirts. You totally forget that these things cost real money. It's like a fan going to Disney World and you're like, oh my God, I need these ears. I need this t-shirt. I need this cup, this thermos. I need everything. You forget because you're so in love with the sport or with the hobby or with the magic. You lose your conscious way of thinking. And that's what we love about sport. It's an escape. It's an escape from reality. Glad I could be a bit of a help, always wanting to keep you on the edge, buddy. I'm a fan, but never ready to jump off the cliff. The world right back at you. So, but that's what sports is all about and why it's so amazing. Like I said, we lost last year. Yeah, Jonathan was our Cub reporter on the ground out on Bremner Street when the Leafs won and they go to the second round a couple years ago. Jonathan came live with us here on the channel. People celebrating, taking street signs down, partying up. They lost last year against Boston, and it's moping and going around. But whatever we do during the day or nights, because I know a lot of folks work overnight, but if you have a job, if you're in school, whatever you're doing, if you're a stay-at-home parent, or you just stay at home, we use sports as an escape from reality. And that escape takes us to the highest highs and gives us the lowest of lows. It's a roller coaster ride that's free of charge, that we can do it as a community, as a group. When I first started going on YouTube here, you know, we did this over the COVID years as a hobby. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, Neil. Appreciate it. We started this as a hobby, and very quickly we started building this community of people. And you see a lot of these names that are here almost every day, almost every time we stream. And we appreciate this community so much for doing that because we all get to live these experiences together. And that's why we added experience to our channel name, the Samuel B12 Experience, because that's what it is. We experience the highs, we experience the lows, we experience it all together. We can sit here and cry together. Well, I can cry and you guys can laugh at me, but we can virtually cry together when we lose. We can scream and shout and be joyful together. And, you know, channel members, when we do our post-game membership, member post-game streams, and we invite you to join us, we open the virtual phone lines and bring you in. We can share our opinions. We can trash talk together. You know, as a Leaf fan, if the Leafs and Habs got to play each other, we can respectfully trash talk each other and have fun because that's what it's all about. It's about having fun and enjoying the art of sport. Okay, let me back it up. Sorry for going on such a long rant, but I'm so passionate about what sport does to us as a group. It's amazing. Curious about how you guys pick like a favorite team. What do you guys take consideration? So Jennifer, a lot of us, and I think I can speak for a lot of us here, it's all about where we grow up and where we live. A lot of us love the hometown teams. I am from Toronto. I'm born and raised in Toronto. Toronto Maple Leafs have been in my blood since a very young age. So that's why I've always been a Leaf fan. Florida Panthers, I became a big Panther fan. As I said, I've spent a lot of time in Florida, so it's kind of become a home away from home. A lot of people have kind of a secondary team where they spend time. A lot of people, if they know a player or have a favorite player that gets traded to a team, they'll start cheering for that team as well. There are people out there that just say, well, I like this team. They're number one. I want to cheer for number one. That could only last you a season. The New York Rangers last year were the best team in hockey. A lot of people jumped on that and said, hey, New York Rangers are my favorite team. They were terrible this year. So whichever team you got to cheer for, you kind of have to live with the good and live with the bad. You got to stick through it. And that's part of sports as well. D&T, welcome in. Leafs down Ottawa. They'll choke. It's going to be interesting to see Toronto and Ottawa. I'm really nervous about that series, to be honest. I'm from Sudbury, home of the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. Scotia coach. First of all, Shoresy is phenomenal. I am such a huge fan of this show. I remember when I was first told about it. I was obsessed. I've watched it so many times. I'm a huge fan. Coach, did you have a chance to go down when they were filming? I don't know if the arena was far for you. Did you get a chance to go and be an extra and sit in the stands? Those guys are so awesome. And the fact they're all hockey guys too, or a lot of them are hockey guys, is so good. Shoresy is amazing. I just wish the seasons were longer. I need more of it. All right, let's go. Win or lose, we still go support our Leafs. And yes, the Leafs have been tough to watch. The 80s and 90s were very difficult. Leafs going down Ottawa. You know what, D&T, it's going to be a crazy series, and it's going to be a hard-hitting series. I'm so excited for what it's going to be. The Battle of Ontario, it's been, as Onyx pointed out, 21 years since we've had that. All right, we're getting ready for period number 2. We can fix the Florida Panthers thing. Let's talk. You guys are awesome. I know there's so many comments here. There's lots of Montreal fans in Sudbury. Absolutely. Charles here, Billy's dad. Oh, hey, Charles. You are a really great person, Billy, and I follow you. Oh, thank you so much, Charles. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you very, very much. Ollie, what's going on, Montreal fan? I wish to see my... Oh, wouldn't that have been great, Ollie? That would have been. All right, let's get ready. Period number 2 coming up. We can keep the conversation going. You guys can still chat away through. Oh, there it is, bringing up the Blue Jackets. Oh, I love this guy. Jedi, that's awesome. Oh, but welcome in, everybody. We're set. Period number 2 is just about to get going. I believe in loyalty, fan team. My favorite team in my country is not even famous. But yeah, from my hometown, totally understand. If you, there you go. It's all about loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty.
Willing to do that.
Holy smokes. All right. What an intermission. Thank you all for letting me get that out of my system. I hope a lot of you feel the same way, which I think you do. And we are 2 subs away from 750. Amazing. Thank you all very, very much. Keep smashing those thumbs up. Keep smashing those likes. Let's get it going. Period number 2 just starting now. Montreal going to go from left to right. Of course, they are in the red jerseys tonight. And it's at the neutral zone of the red line. Montreal going to dump this one in the Carolina zone, and they are on it. For anyone that's not a Montreal fan, join me in rooting against them so the Blue Jackets stay alive. Brian's recruiting. Brian's recruiting. Matheson shot's going to go up and out of bounds. Yeah, cool guy. Really is. Listen, like a lot of you, I got to wake up in the morning. I have a full-time day job. I got to go to work. I got to do my job. Sometimes it runs late. You know, like tonight, we had a longer meeting. Didn't have a chance for a full dinner. Got the stream ready, hopped on, and here we go. You know, we do anything for our sports. Thank you so much for the follow. Here we go. Off the draw, Slavkovsky bringing this one around. I'm all fired up now. I got to turn up my fan here. What do you watch? Oh, so I'm watching on Sportsnet here tonight. Ollie, I'm actually in the I'm in Ontario, in the Toronto region, so I watch on Sportsnet. This coming around, Carolina, shot from the point. That's going to be deflected wide. This coming around. Carolina shot going to get knocked down. They're still coming. Carolina feeding this one down low. Out in the slot. Carolina all alone, and they put it up and High and wide, just missing the net there. Taylor Hall almost had his second of the game. Wow. This is going to be driven down low in the corner. Bringing it around. Did it stay in? Yes, it did. Comes to the line. Hurricanes changing. Almost too many men on the ice. Matheson back. He's going to play this over. Rick, how's it going? Long pass up. Is that going to be icing? No, it's not. Carolina going to regroup in their own end, starting to move it. This coming around. Yes, Phil, that is true. There was a debate today. Actually, I missed it. There was the French debate today. The English debate is tomorrow. But they actually moved the debate earlier, so fans didn't have to choose between the debate and watching the Montreal game here tonight. I believe it was moved from an 8 o'clock start to a 6 o'clock start. Here comes Carolina again, bringing it up. That's nice with the rink. We see what's happening. Yeah, that exactly. We try to give you an idea of where things are moving along. Sam, have you ever wanted to be a professional commentator? John, that's a great question. Yes, I did. Actually, in high school, I did a co-op, which I don't know if they have that everywhere, but a co-op is essentially where you get a job for school. You work half days and you work for free just to get experience in a given field that you might have an interest in. So I actually did my co-op at the Fan 590, which at the time was just changing over from CJCL 1430. So I did my co-op on the radio, got a sense of how the shows were run back then. Got to meet a lot of great people, Gord Stellick, Joe Bowen, Dan Schulman, and lots of others as well. And I always wanted to be in radio, but the problem is if you want to be in radio, here they come in front, Montreal trying to jam this one through. In radio, you really got to live in small towns and be on late at night to get started, and the lifestyle wasn't ideal for what I wanted. So when this was a thing, I jumped all over it. Here's a shot glove save there. Carolina ripping it again. And a great save, kicking out the right pad. Montembeault going to deflect that one up. And at a play, what an opportunity. Holy smokes. That was a great shot. Absolutely phenomenal blast. You know, I have so much, growing up watching hockey with Bob Cole and Harry Neal. For me, calling the Leaf games, I mean, they were the best tandem ever. Through the NHL, why everybody hating on the Habs? CE, welcome in. Montreal is one of those teams very much like Toronto. You love them, you hate them. You want them to win, you want them to lose. There's no in between. This coming to the line, playing it up. Except maybe this time of year when a lot of us Canadians want another Canadian team in there. This around in the corner. Kochikov going to swing it around the boards. This coming to the line and coming out. Gallagher going to chase this one down. He's going to swing this one back. Chipped up. Anderson couldn't get it. It's hopping around center ice. Going to be slowed down here. Carolina right at the line. They had to wait and tag up. And Slavkovsky, or no, who is that? Dvorak at the corner was wondering what was going on. Going to play it across. Montreal going to chip this. They can't get it out. Down around the half boards, a back pass. They get it out of their zone, but it was nowhere near Gallagher. Going to hammer it right back in. Down in the corner, Hudson, he can't control it. Carolina with a great shot. That doesn't get all the way through. Swinging it back around. Hall is all over the place. To the line, Orlov with a shot right on. This is going to be grabbed and held onto. I think Montreal will get it done. Hey, Cartoons, what's going on? Welcome in. Roots in Montreal, siblings in Ottawa, and living in Toronto, the GTA. I have 3 emotional ties. Oh, Charles, that's a tough one. That must make for some fun family phone calls. Again, thank you all so much for hitting those subscribes.
It is so important in this game, I believe.
You're from Costa Rica. Jennifer, we actually have, there's a couple folks that pop in from Costa Rica from time to time. So welcome in. Again. Off the glass, Caden put it out. Stumped right back in. Excuse me, Caden Gooley going to the dressing room. Gooley has hit to the locker room. This coming around in the corner. Montreal with this, trying to bring it across. From the face-off dot, shooting. It's blocked. Comes into the slot. They can't pick up the loose puck. Heineman had a chance, but it comes to Sveshnikov. He's going to carry this one up. Alex, what's going on? Orlov trying to throw this over into the corner. Kotkaniemi trying to get up on it. He's being pinched against the boards. That's Todd. How about them Leafs? Comes to the line. Burns can't hold it. It's going to squeak out. Now he's going to dump it back in. I think he will probably sign back here. The question is how much. I would be very surprised if he walked away. This is going to be flipped up. Montreal going to knock it back down. Slafkovsky throwing this in the corner. This one's coming around all the way back down. So thank you very much. I've worked hard on it. Down around in the corner, being chipped down. Kochikov out. He's going to play this one up. Almost turned over. Oh, it's over the glass. Is this going to be a penalty? It is. It is. It is. Carolina back to the box. Montreal with another opportunity to go. Wowzers. And it's Kochikov. He goes to throw this one up the glass, but it just gets up and over.
And of course, this didn't touch anything. It just went right.
So the goaltender gets the penalty for putting the puck over the glass. I think it would be so awesome if they made goalies have to go sit in the box. Rich, what's going on? Welcome in. And again, to all our Montreal fans that are just joining us, bonjour. Welcome to the party. Off the draw, Carolina going to win this one. Hopefully this power play will settle a little better than their first. But Carolina sending it all the way down. Here we go. They're setting it up on the move. Cross ice. Here comes Caulfield. Caulfield going to drop it off there. Just put in, but Carolina again going to send this one all the way down. You're very welcome. And yeah, there's a couple folks. Over the line, here comes Montreal. With speed, Suzuki bringing it over, going to drop it off. Walking that line is Slafkovsky. Going to pitch this one over to Line. Line going down low. Montreal seems to be a little scrambled. I don't like their positioning here. Back to the line, over to Caulfield. Caulfield swinging this one. Down to Slafkovsky, back to Caulfield. Caulfield, he's going to go cross ice. Hudson back to Caulfield. Caulfield back to Hudson. Hudson looking. He's going to give it to Suzuki. Suzuki to Caulfield. Slafkovsky down low. A blind behind the back pass to Suzuki. He almost missed it. Shot's going to go wide, and the goaltender going to cover this one up. Holy smokes. Have to get that one moving. Just sloppy passing here by Montreal, and even their shot was not on target. Anthony dropping those swirls in. Seeing the Habs and Real Madrid eliminated. Oh, Real Madrid got eliminated. Wow. Here we go. Face off. Carolina going to win this one again. Carolina has been amazing on the draws. Matheson holding it in. Putting it to the middle of the ice. Going to swing this one around. Suzuki. Down low. Over to Demidov. Demidov swings it back up to Matheson. Matheson. He's going to play this in the high slot. Shoot. New hook. He does. And that's blocked. Demidov in that slot now. They get the puck to the line. Give it to Demi. Give it to Demi. Shooting going way wide. That was not a good shot at all. Back to Matheson again. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Down on the far side to Matheson with a blast. That one is blocked. Matheson picking this one up. Matt Rod, welcome in. Over on the far side to Suzuki. To Matheson. JDA in the house. What's up, buddy? Down low in front. Gallagher can't get it. New hook tips it past Demidov. Demidov going to swipe at this one. Gallagher sending it around to Suzuki. Suzuki to Matheson. Matheson to Demidov. He centers it in front to New hook. Behind the back pass to Gallagher, and he missed it. Holy smokes. Demi should have shot that. But what a sequence. Back around behind to Gallagher. Gallagher, he's going to get poked from behind. And Carolina going to flip this one. Oh, it's going to hop out. And a race for it. Matheson is going to get back. Stankoven trying to take it away from him. And they're going to flip this over to Demidov. Demidov is going to swipe, but he gives it away. Here comes Carolina walking in. Going to curl around. Demidov, you got to be stronger on the man than that. You're taller than he is. Back to the line. Here's a long shot right on and a nice save. And now Demidov is pushing and shoving in front. We got to get that guy some muscle. He's got to push and shove. Holy smokes. Wow, they're going to go to commercial break as Demidov with that slap pass, putting it right to Newhook, and Newhook tried to go fancy behind him to Gallagher, and woo, just missed that. But just shoot the puck. All you got to do is tee off on it. All you got to do is grip it and rip it. That was amazing. That was amazing. Wow. Crims, what's going on? Welcome in. All right, so this is the Dilio. Tomorrow night, same time, 7 o'clock, which means 6:45-ish. We go live, depending on work. We'll be live Toronto and Detroit Red Wings to end the season. I'm assuming Toronto's going to rest a couple of guys. We'll see. It's more about a game for fun, just a kind of a end of season hangout, and then it all starts on Saturday with the playoffs. Now, Friday, the schedule isn't out yet. I assume they're waiting to see what happens with Montreal. But Friday, we're going to spend most of the day scheduling streams and getting everything ready to go. We're going to go live on Saturday for sure. We'll be live on Sunday for the first Leaf game for sure. We'll see what other games are going to be on Saturday and Sunday. So you never know how many games we could be doing in a single game. However, when we do it, I will always be here. I will never set you up with an empty stream for you to watch along without me here. So whatever we stream, I will always be here and be live with you. So we're going to take a look at that schedule, and then we're going to tee it all up. Why not the Blue Jackets tomorrow? Well, it depends on what happens today, but we started with the Leafs. I have to end with the Leafs. But we'll be keeping an eye. If Montreal does not pick up a point tonight, we'll be keeping an eye on that game for sure. Victoria, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. When a party it is. JDA. All right, just coming back from commercial break. I actually cannot believe that we are a couple of days away from the start of the playoffs. It seems like just yesterday this season was starting. It seemed like this went by in a flash. I really thank a lot of you who have been here with us day in and day out all the way through. Where did you come from, Cutting Eye Joe? Off the draw, Montreal going to win this one. Montreal going to carry this one to the blue line. A little chip pass. They got it out, but Armia couldn't carry. The Canes going to flip this one all the way back. Montreal Matheson in his own zone going to play it off the boards. Picked up here. Carolina, quick outlet pass. In over the line is Kotkaniemi. His shot's going to be knocked down. Comes to Anderson. Anderson going to flip it past the D. Anderson is chugging on through. He's going to go back. Cannot take it away. Good speed there by Fensor. Fensore going to send this one now all the way down the ice. And that will be an icing call. Face-off coming up in the Carolina zone. We're all tied at ones, 1-1. Not a whole lot of shots here for Montreal in this period. In fact, they've only had one shot on net.
And he interferes with him, so he cannot get to the contact.
Great party leader. I love that they did that. I love that they changed the time of this debate. I mean, it was such a classy move. And it's not often that Elections Canada does the right thing, and this was the right thing. Whoever made that call. Off the draw, Caulfield sending it back to the line. Here's Hudson sending it up. That's knocked down by Suzuki, but Suzuki was on his knees. Kane's going to bring it up on the far side of the ice. Pitch into the middle, up over the line. A nice little catch from behind there. Good back check by Montreal. Caulfield has it at his feet. Svechnikov is digging. Going to come to Orlov at the point. He's going to go cross ice to Burns. Suzuki watching him. This back around behind. Gooley trying to take it away from his man. Going to come along the boards. They can't chip it out. But Slafkovsky intercepts. He's going to airball this one all the way down. Suzuki to Caulfield. He scored. No, they say it hit the crossbar. I thought that was in. I think it hit the back bar. But here comes Carolina the other way. We need a replay. And a delayed penalty coming up on Montreal as they tripped up the Carolina player right after. Todd, yes, if you search Samuel B12 on X, you will find me there. All right, let's see this replay. I thought this hit the inside bar, but no, on the replay. In fact, it did hit the red crossbar. It did not go in. A little saucer pass going up over the goaltender's glove, and it just hit the bar. Wow, that close, that close. And then right off the draw, Slafkovsky cuts off his man, trips him up, and Montreal going to go to the box, so Carolina with a chance here on the power play. Spencer, how's it going? Welcome in. Off the draw, this going around. Matheson going to send it around to the line. It is going to come out. Here comes Evans, shorthanded. Evans shorthanded. He's going to try and turn the corner. Gets a shot off. Not a good one. That's going to come around with him, and here comes Carolina Jost. He's going to bring it to the red line. Now he's going to play it all the way back. They're going to set this one up. Roslovic is dancing in. Shot going to be blocked by Matheson. Comes right back to Roslovic. Tries to pass it across. Carolina steals. Looking around, working this one through. Still with it. Down in the corner, Joyce. Playing it back to the line, Sveshnikov. To Joyce, to Sveshnikov. Up top to Gostisbehere. Do they have all the guys with the longest names on here? Here it comes right in front and a nice save. Rocky Mountain, welcome in. Nice save there. And a little quick break for one of these picture-in-picture ads. Thank you so much for the subscribes. 2 away from 760. Unbelievable.
Whether or not he wants to drive it to the net or make a pass across the net.
10 minutes to go. 10:05 technically to go here in period number 2. Montreal only 2 shots on net now. Not enough shots. So face off in the Montreal zone. This is going to one back to the line. Burns going to keep this one in. Burns going to play this over. This coming down low. Walking through, sharp angle shot, rebound in front, and a great quick save here by Montembeault. Wow. Great stop there. Malden, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, welcome in. I'm glad we can be here for you. Welcome to the party. We're going to be here all playoffs long, so if you're looking for somewhere to hang out, this be the place to be.
Stankoven should have drove to the net as well, and he didn't, but right there, they're going to have to make an adjustment.
And I apologize if I completely said your name wrong. Let's go finish him out for the third. Montreal is a strong second half of game team. We are in that second half now. Under 10 minutes to go in the second period. This coming around, they're going to knock it out. Carolina going to bring it right back in over the line. Setting it up on the far side, dropping it back to Burnsy. Burns to Nadeau. Nadeau taking a look. Here's a long shot. Nice save. Rebound back to Nadeau. Going to play this one to Burns. What's up with the Habs? They should be up 3 goals. Yeah, Dan, they're not getting a lot of shots right now. Cross-ice pass is going to get knocked down. They only have 11 shots through 2 periods. Well, a period and a half. Nadeau again. Going to put this one down in the corner. Walker going to get it back. Burns playing it up. We need this Montreal crowd to fire it up and get them going. Here's a shot knocked down. Let's do our part, team. Let's get our virtual wave going. Here they come. I'll count it down. Here's a long shot. That's going to be knocked down. Rebound in front. They're going to clear. 3, 2, 1. Hey, find your wave emojis. Drop your wave hand emojis. Let's get our virtual wave going on and hopefully spark up this Montreal team to get them going on. Montembeault has been playing well. 12 shots in this period from Carolina, and he's been shutting down that door. Here they come. The hands are going around. We love it. Hey-oh. You can have even more fun. If you're on the couch at home, put your hands in the air. If you're sitting at the bar listening with an earbud, put your hands in the air. Nobody will look at you. If you're driving the car, open your window, put one hand out the window. They're going to commercial break. Just be safe. If you're walking down the stairs, if you're standing in the aisle at the grocery store, put your hands in the air. Get that wave going around as we're going to commercial break. And it's all about firing up our teams. There we go. We love it. We love it. This Montreal squad needs that shot of adrenaline. They need that little blast. They need to get themselves going. 2 shots in this period, not good enough against a Carolina team who's sitting a lot of their top stars. They need to pick it up and get it going. Let's go. For those that don't know, sitting tonight, Jordan Stahl, Jordan Martinhook, Jacob Slavin, Sebastian Aho, Jalen Chatfield, Seth Jarvis, and Jackson Blake. When you're sitting all those players, Montreal, you should be looking at that and you should be saying, you're going to do us like that? You're going to say, hey, this game doesn't matter? Well, it matters to us. So let's go. These guys need to fire it up. They need to get it going. You want to leave it to Columbus? You want to wait to see if Columbus is going to win or lose. You want to figure it out. You want to do it on your own. Doing the Dragon Ball energy transfer thing. There you go. Holy smokes. Listen to this. 16 shots by Carolina. Carolina, 60% in the face-off circle right now. Montreal needs to start winning some face-offs. They need to start shooting the puck. They need to start getting this going. They've had a couple of chances. They're just not able to capitalize. They just can't capitalize. All right, they're just coming back from commercial break, and then we're going to get this one going. They got the iPad out on the bench. Suzuki taking a little look-see. And I'll be honest with you, and I've said this before, I'm not a huge fan of having the players with iPads on the bench. I don't mind if the coaches take a look and then give instruction to the player. I don't like the player coming off a bad shift, making a bad play, pulling the iPad and watching it over and over, stewing about it. I know they want to see what they did. I'd rather the coaches watch it, tell them what they did, and instruct them instead of the player looking at it and stewing at it. That's right, Net. Net says, score, please. Let's do it.
Jackpot City.
Let's put one in. Let's ring the bell. Let's light the lamp. It's time. We have not had a goal for some time. Since the 10-minute mark of period number 1, we're due. We need to get one in. We need to get one going. 8:38 to go. Second period. Jankowski coming in against Suzuki. Come on, Nick, you got this. Nope, he's going to get waved out. Little too overzealous. Here comes Caulfield. Caulfield, you got this. Nope, Carolina's going to win the draw. Carolina is winning so much. Here's a long pass. Carolina, Roslovic, going to drop this one off. Down in the corner. Going to put it out in front of the slot. Picked up by Suzuki. Suzuki to Slafkovsky. He's going to give it over. Here's Suzuki again, sending this one down low to Carrier. Carrier in the corner. This is going to come around. Carolina just able to take the puck away with ease right now. Up and over the line. Bringing this one in. Montreal's got to start taking some risks here. Bump in the corner. Carolina still with this one. They're tracking well. Slafkovsky going to go in the corner, looking to pick this one up. Jet, he's just a healthy scratch, not listed as an injury or anything, so nothing really to report on him. Slafkovsky cutting through the middle. This one is coming through. Charles coming in as a member. Charles, welcome to the membership team, and thank you so much for joining as a rookie. We appreciate you. This driving in the corner. Suzuki still pulling at it. Line in there as well, going to chase it around. Line comes away with it. Line still with it. He's going to dump it right back across. Demidov. He's giving it back to Line. Line over to, I can't see who's there. Hudson. Hudson's going to drop it. Demidov is racing back. He can't get it. Carolina going to dump this one in the corner. There come the stick taps for Charles. Here, whenever we get a membership or a donation, we drop the stick taps in as a way of saying thank you, hockey style. This down to the corner out in front, and it's blocked. Montreal going to get it to the line. Not out. Carolina putting this right back in. Oh, goodness. Carrier up on his man, trying to get some help. The Canes still cycling it back to the line. Here's a blast at the side of the net. It's up on the mesh. They're going to pull it off. Line sending it around far side. Here we go. Demidov is up there as well. Montreal into the zone. Dropping it for Demidov. He shoots. And where is it? Oh, went into the glove of Kochikov. I'm like, where did that shot go? It just disappeared. But Demidov, a nice shot from the high slot, putting it right on, but it was right into the glove of Kochikov. Newhook with speed, dropping it off, and a nice shot. Got to get it a little closer towards those posts. So he did the right thing. He used Gostisbehere to set up a screen, and then he went near side instead of far side. But a nice play. Montreal off the draw. Sitting it around. Carolina right there to pick it up, and they're going to clear this out and all the way down the ice. Y'all are playing not to lose. Come back to bite you. Brian, that's right. Carolina going to steal again, sending this one right in. They got to put their foot on the accelerator. 6:10 to go here in the second period. Little flip pass all the way down. Montreal going to steal. Almost gave it away, but recover. Now they're going to dump this one in. Down the corner, Gallagher in there. He's getting in that corner, trying to take it away. Cannot do it. Kakademi going to play it out in Montreal in the neutral zone. Bringing it over to Matheson. Hitting that red line, dumping it in. It hops off the boards. Going to be put right back in the corner by Kochikov. Montreal at the line. Going to keep this one in. Stopping and spinning is Gallagher. Gallagher trying to drive towards the net. Huge puck battle going on in front of the net. Or huge battle without the puck going on in front of the net. Comes across. Anderson misses. Gallagher misses. Back to the line. Gallagher with this now. Gallagher. He's still with it. Gallagher dropping it to the line. Nice little move there by Hudson. But he tipped it to the Carolina player. And again, it's Gostisbehere going to bring this one down and flipping it in as Carolina's going to change it up now. Martin, what's going on watching the Habs fighting for a place in the playoffs? Is like a religion. It really is. We all want our teams to get in there, and it's a battle. Mr. Wolf, welcome in. Welcome to the party. This coming in down in the corner. Montreal, Gooley playing it around behind the net. Here's a shot by Carolina. They are first to the puck. Been watching with Billy forever. We thank you. Billy was over the moon being able to actually talk to you. Oh, it was awesome. Charles, it was great to have him. Here comes Montreal. Couple of chances in front. It was great to have Billy join us. Gooley trying to dig for it. Everyone trying to dig for it. Trying to get this one out. Stankoven. Jost. Heineman. And Struble going to take this one away. Going to play this one back. Playing it all the way up off the skate. Montreal now sending it deep in the Carolina zone. 4:15 to go. 4:15 to go here in period number 2. It's tied at 1. It's a 1-1 hockey game. It's life or life waiting on some other team for Montreal. They need a point or they wait to see what Columbus does. That must be on the go with Sela. Oh, is Alex redeeming the Preds? Here it comes. Caulfield cutting through, dropping it back. Over. Here's a long shot. That one gets blocked and knocked down. Habs just can't get anything towards the net right now. They only have 4 shots. Over. Suzuki shooting. Scores! There we go. We say they're not getting anything towards the net. And finally, Nick Suzuki says, I'm taking this one, and he blasts it past the goaltender for his 30th goal of the year. Holy smokes. Let's go. Too many passes is right, but finally, Suzuki has it, and he's looking eye to eye, one-on-one with Kochikov. He had all the time in the world from the face-off dot. He waits, he stops it, he stick handles, he looks, he buries it. Great shot there, hitting the spot. What a blast. Nick Suzuki putting the team on his back, saying, let's go, troops. Now the Canes need 2 in regulation. The Habs, yes, they do. Habs trying to get this one done, coming out in front. Last time, it only took 6 minutes for Carolina to get it back. Let's see if Montreal can hold them at bay. 3 minutes till the end of the period. This coming around. Here they come again. Carolina on the move. Isaac, let's go Habs. And that's going to be stopped and held by Montembeault. Good play there. Great play there. And they're going to go to commercial break as Nick Suzuki takes this one home. Wow. Watching the ECHL Kelly Cup playoffs. Nailers and no far ahead. There you go, Mr. Wolf. There you go. Holy smokes. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Welcome in, everybody. If you are just joining us, welcome to the party. Montreal has just taken the lead 2-1. What a game. Holy smokes. The playoffs starting on Saturday. I wonder who's going to be on the Saturday games. I wonder who they're going to have. I can't wait for that schedule to come out. I can't wait to figure out our streaming schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jeff says, less talky, more shimmy. Get that shimmy going. Thank you, Jeff. There we go. Get that shimmy going. Hozman, what's going on? Let's go Habs. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. figuring it out again. Welcome, a lot of Montreal fans coming in. Bonjour to all of our friends from Montreal. Holy smokes. Bridget, what's going on? Wish I could watch it. Yeah, we're here on Sportsnet in Ontario. I understand it's being blacked out in a number of regions. Thank you for all those likes that just popped in. I appreciate it. And again, thank you for the follows, the subscribes. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh my goodness. Montreal wins any or all the playoffs. It's going to be 7-game tournaments. Montreal's going to have a tough matchup to go. Montreal against Washington, round 1. It's going to be an interesting series. It's going to be a hard-hitting series. It's going to be a talented series, but Montreal has a chance. They certainly have a chance to make some noise against the Capitals. How much French do you speak, Aloso? Not very much at all. Very, very little. Very, very little. From Singapore, watching, we're having breakfast. What's for breakfast? What's for breakfast out in Singapore? Marc-Andre Fleury finished his career with a win in overtime with the Wild. Yeah, I'm so happy about Marc-Andre Fleury. What a career he's had. He's been a true champion. All right, coming back from commercial break, ready to drop this puck.
No, it felt like he maybe caught something.
Evans in to take this draw. In the Montreal zone, Carolina's going to win another one. Back to the line, walking in. Shot's going to be blocked by Armia. Here's a long shot. That's going to come up. Svechnikov behind the net. He's going to carry this one around. Back to the line, dropped off. Coming out, Armia's going to chip this out. Evans is racing for it. He's got an edge. He's got speed. He's going to pick it up. Trying to cut the corner around Morrow. Trying to grade in here and get going. Taking a look. Hey, it's playoff. It's the race for the playoffs. We've done, this is our 3rd or 4th Montreal game in a row. Montreal trying to get in here, just like your Spanish. Just enough. Yeah, exactly. I did spend a little bit of time in Saint-Donat, Quebec, many years ago. Beautiful, beautiful place. And the last time I was in Montreal was to see the Montreal Expos play. That tells you how long ago it was. So glad I did get a chance to go to Olympic Stadium. I love that place. And that was a party for the whole game. Carrier setting it up behind the Montreal goal, being watched, looking which way to throw it. Going to go near side to Caulfield. Caulfield going to carry this one up. Cutting towards the middle, almost deked himself out there. Couldn't control it, had to put this one in. Now giving chase. Wait, that's right, Dallas. The Expos. You're only 8 kilometers from the border. Nice, Dan. Love Saint-Donat. Oh, nice, Rocky Mountain. Yeah, we were there on a school trip to go skiing way back in the day. Here comes Slavkovsky racing in. Slavkovsky going to pick it up. He's cycling around, trying to center it in front. Actually, Saint-Donat was some of the best skiing I've ever done. Chris, what's going on? Welcome in. Playing this one across. Here's a long shot. They score from the point. A long shot from the point is going to find its way through, and it's going to be Caden Gooley with his 2nd of the game. What's up, Cake Boss? How's it going? Gooley is having the game of his life. He got the 1st goal. He now gets the 3rd goal. A great shot from the point. And, you know, they set this one up. They orchestrated this all the way from the Montreal zone end. They brought it in. They set it up. They were smart with the puck. Back to Gooley, who comes up to just the top of the face-off circle towards the middle, and he lets this one go, and it finds its way. Slavkovsky doing a heck of a job screening the goaltender, using his big frame to block the eyes, and that's what you got to do. A 2-goal lead now with 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go in this 2nd period. Wow. That was huge. Caulfield and Hudson picking up the assists. That was outstanding. I know there's a lot of comments coming in. I apologize, I can't get to them all. So Caden Gooley picks up the 3rd goal from Caulfield and Hudson. Petruska, welcome in. Cycling it around, Orlov behind the net, putting it in front through the crease. They can't tip it in. Carolina comes close. Carolyn coming in with that subscribe. Welcome in. Back to the line, Orlov, a shot looking for the deflection. It's not there. Jean-Philippe, welcome in. Down the side, Struble with a nice defensive play. He's going to flip this one up. Comes to Anderson. 12 seconds to go. Anderson with Gallagher. Anderson fighting his way in. Putting it over to Gallagher. Sharp angle shot. That's going to go across. They have chance for one last shot. No, they're going to bank it out. Matheson is going to hang on. The clock is going to expire. Period 2 comes to an end as Montreal puts 2 more on the board to take a 3-1 lead going into the second intermission. Holy smokes. Let's break this one all down. Alex, I heard it's about time. It's about time. All right. Where are my buttons? Here we go. Gooley with a couple of goals and a couple of big goals. Shots right now, 14-18. Carolina with the 18. In that period alone, Carolina had 14 shots. Montreal only had 5. Only 5 shots in that period for Montreal. Brings the totals to 18-14. Hits are 19-15. So again, both teams physically, they are playing very, very well. Look at the face-offs though. Carolina 23-16. Come on. 23-16. Montreal needs to start winning some draws. Needs to start winning some draws quickly. The Pickle Man making an appearance. We love the Pickle Man, but we got a new one. I don't remember the command. What's the command for it? What did I put the command for? Let's see if this is it. There it is. Pickle Man. Love it. Brand new one. Got the Pickle Man coming out. All right. Let's go. So funny. 0 for 2 on the power play go Montreal. Carolina is 0 for 1. In the giveaway department, 17-16. So still a tremendous amount of giveaways here in this game. That's a lot. That's a lot of giveaways. 17-16. There you go. Coach is getting it going. Of course, these gifts. Thank you to Ulysses for putting these gifts together and sending them to me. I really appreciate it. 2 takeaways for Montreal, none for Carolina. 12 block shots to 11. Carolina with the 12. Hey, Marilyn, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see us. Sienna, welcome in. Go Habs. Habs are getting it done today. There it is, getting that pickle going. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And we haven't talked about this at all, and I feel bad because we got a lot of new people here. I maybe should talk about it. Just by being here in the chat, you're earning points. You're earning points just by chatting along and hanging out and having some fun. Who doesn't love points? You can check your points at any time by doing ! points in the chat. That will tell you how many points you have. Then you can redeem them to bring up all kinds of graphics. When you do see, where is it? When you do see this Streamlabs message coming in with this website, that's a website to our Streamlabs redemption store. So you can see all the redemptions and all the commands at that store, and you can use them all stream long as a way of playing along as we go, a way of cheering on your favorite teams. So it's a fun way to play. Kumak, what's going on? Clinch, Jeanette, that's right. Points. We need points. You will also see, shut your pie hole. That's still one of my favorites. You will also notice as you are here in the chat, there are a bunch of mini games you can play. So we have our virtual slot machine where you can take your points and put them in the slot machine and hope to win. But word of advice, it is hard to win. It's completely free. Earning points is completely free. Playing the games are completely free. And they're all like dice rolls, right? For our channel members, we have a gambling game where it's a dice roll. You gamble so many chips and you win or lose, and it's a way of earning points faster. There is also the Magic 8 Ball, where you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question, and it will give you an answer. And I forget the actual Magic 8 Ball commands, but one of our longtime viewers, I'm sure you know the Magic 8 Ball command. But lots of ways you can play around. And of course, we have virtual heists, where you will see someone start a heist, and you can join that heist, and you'll be successful and win chips, or you won't be successful and lose. And last but not least, you can challenge other viewers to a duel, and the winner of the duel will get all the chips from that duel. So lots of mini games that you can play along while we're calling the game and have a little bit of actual fun with us. come up to the playoffs, we're going to try something a little new. Let's see here. Yeah, Kumak, let's not put that in there, please and thank you. We'd love for you to be here with us, but we're not going to do that. There it is. Magic 8 Ball. Will Montreal win? What does the Magic 8 Ball have to say? We will see. So funny. Forgot the command. Yeah, I completely forgot the command. You think I would know these, right? Off the top of my head. Use more friends. My wife always says, no wonder you have no friends, Dan. Oh, but it's all fun. A great way to play around and have some fun while the games are on. During the playoffs, we're going to have some new things coming up. We're going to try something. If I can find a site to support it, we're going to try something a little new. If not, there's alternate ways we can do it, but we're going to have a good time. All right, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard to see what else is going on tonight. The Jets are up 1-0 over the Ducks. Thank you so much, Michael, coming in with that subscribe, triggering the goal light. Welcome in. So the Ducks are up 1-0. The Detroit Red Wings are up 2-0 over the Devils. Not a way the Devils want to finish their season with a loss to the Wings. The Predators are up 3-1 to the Stars. Preds up 3-1 to the Stars. Probably the biggest disappointment of the season, right? The Nashville Predators. But hey, at least they're in the lead right now. Coming up at 10 o'clock, it's the Canucks and the Golden Knights. And at 10:30, it's the Oilers and the Sharks. The Oilers having a little bit of trouble, of course. Ekholm is going to miss the first round of the playoffs, so that's not good news. And, of course, Darnell Nurse causing a little bit of a ruckus in the last game against LA, and you can be sure the LA Kings have taken his number, and he's going to have his coming for him real good. But the San Jose Sharks, who the Oilers are playing tonight, San Jose is an exciting team. A lot of young players that are really making things look good. So I'm excited for the future of the San Jose Sharks. Ekholm is out, and that's not good. He's one of their better defensemen and just a veteran presence back there. So it's going to be interesting. Let me see. All right, Jonathan, let me look it up. Let me look it up here real quickly. Gosh, all right, commands. Let's see. What is the Magic 8 Ball command? Because, gosh, we don't use it all that much. It is exclamation mark 8 Ball allows your viewers to ask 8 Ball a question. So it is just exclamation mark 8 Ball and ask your question. So exclamation mark duel is for the duel. You do have to put another player's name. So you could say like exclamation duel at Onyx, and that will duel Onyx. There it is. B Disney's got it. They're challenging Jonathan to a duel. Some of the other commands, let's see this one. Let's see if this one works here. Exclamation mark merch should show our, does that actually work? There it is. All right. There's a link to our merch store. So that's cool. Never tried that one. Let's see. We got voting. We're not voting. Points. Yeah, we talked about points. We can take a list of the top users based off points and hours. So we can check that. Let's see who's leading in points. Exclamation mark top. Let's see who's atop our leaderboard right now. Outside of myself. And that went by too quick. Who it is? Who's leading? Little T. Carrington Varias is up there. Carrington is up there. Now, this is important. I should mention this. All right, Kumak. I've asked you once. I'm not going to ask again. Please do not do that. One more strike, and you get a 10-minute major misconduct. All right, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, boy. All right, let's get back. Lots of hockey to come up. Montreal, what do they have to do in this period? Montreal needs to slow things down, but they got to keep their foot on the gas. And you're saying, Sam, how can they slow down and go fast at the same time? They just have to think about the decisions they make. Very sloppy they were on that period on the ice. Very, very sloppy. Not a lot of shots. They must start moving things around. They must start moving the puck. They have to make smart decisions. Carolina's going to come hard. Carolina's going to be pressing. They need to slow things down in a sense of making those smart decisions, right? Good passes, quick passes, taking a look for the open man, kind of like what they did towards the end of that period there. And of course, shooting the puck. They only had 5 shots in that period. There it is, Mr. Ben taking top spot. B. Disney, Beverly, Dallas. Jonathan Jeff is on there. Books is on there. Richard is on there as well. And then rounded out by Prep. Theo, Sam Eagle, how's it going, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. So 5 shots by Montreal in that period. That's not enough. Now, they did pick up a couple of goals. Nick Suzuki, his 30th from Carrier, and Caden Gooley, his 6th from Caulfield and Hudson, but that's not enough. They really do need to start shooting the puck a whole lot more. When we take a look at the time on ice, Nick Suzuki, he leads the forwards with almost 15 minutes, 14 and a half minutes on ice. That is a lot. He does have 2 points tonight, a goal and an assist. He is +3, 2 shots, 2 blocks, 2 hits, and 3 giveaways. 14 and a half minutes there for Suzuki. Caulfield is the next one to him at 11:22. So over a 3-minute difference between the two there. Mara, welcome in. Demidov is awesome. I really like what he's doing. Obviously, the last game, his first game, great first period with the goal and the assist. You can see every time he touches the puck, there's some creativity in those hands. He is very, very impressive. He needs a little bit more muscle, which he'll get. You know, he's 19. He's going to put on some muscle. Sometimes I find, and if I'm nitpicking, Sasha, what's going on? If I'm nitpicking, I feel like he's watching the game at times instead of reacting and being in the moment. So he needs to jump in those moments a little bit. Demidov is on top, very creative. Yeah, he is. He is, Juju, very, very, very creative, and he's going to be super talented. You can see with a couple of those dangles, the way because he's got some reach, the way he brings that stick out and quickly pulls it aside is really fast. This guy is going to score a ton of goals. So very, very excited for his future. And this Montreal team has a very bright future. We're going to see over the next couple of seasons some really big things. Now, goaltending has always been a little bit of a question mark for this team over the last few years. Obviously, Montembeault is kind of buckling down, but Dobish looks solid. Dobish looks really good. So I think their future is bright. Obviously, with Gooley and Hudson and Struble, you know, their defensive group is getting better. And of course, with Slafkovsky, even though Slafkovsky in my mind hasn't been great, but with him, Caulfield, Suzuki, you know, all good with Demidov coming in, Newhook joining them. A lot of good players here, a real lot of good players set on this team. So Montreal is going to be much improved for years to come. You know, we've talked a lot in the past about how the Atlantic Division really was dominated for a long time by Tampa Bay, right? Florida Panthers of recent, but Tampa Bay winning it, you know, many years. The Boston Bruins, many years being atop the division. Well, that is now shifting, right? We see Boston kind of dropping down, you know, Ottawa, much improved. Montreal, much improved. You know, Tampa Bay is always going to stick around, as is Florida and Toronto, but those two teams have really grown a lot from where they were, being Ottawa and Montreal. And this division isn't a gimme. I think the Atlantic Division is quite possibly the deepest and hardest division in the entire league. I really do. David, how's it going? Welcome in, Miss Carey Price. Yeah, Carey Price was awesome, but I know he's had some troubles for sure. Montreal D-Man Hudson's brother is playing for Oilers tonight. He is going to play tonight, eh? Oh, that's awesome. We'll have to see how he can do. But yeah, I really think the Atlantic is the toughest division for sure. Metropolitan, you know, Washington and Carolina, those two have really dominated. Of course, the Rangers at times are up top. Pittsburgh was at top. But that division, I don't think, is nearly as strong. The Central Division, Winnipeg, Dallas, Colorado, those three have always been tops there. Again, don't think it's as strong. Pacific Division, definitely nowhere near as strong. So, going to make it real interesting. Put some money for Montreal to take it home. I see them as a solid dark horse among the rest. Maintain a healthy roster, continue to grow. That's not a bad call. I agree with you. I mean, especially when they go to the playoffs against Washington, they're going to have a really good chance against Washington. I really believe that. David, no worries at all. No problem at all. Thoughts on back in the day? There were so many amazing goalies, and these days they're hard to come by. You know, Onyx, that's a great point. It is a great point. Dre, the future is now. It is, and it's starting to show for sure. You know, there were a ton of good goalies, and there still are a lot of good goalies, but not at the same level, for sure. You saw that in the Four Nations Cup. Canada struggled to find really good goaltenders. Now, I don't want to take anything away from, you know, who we had. You know, Aiden Hill's good, and Sam Montembeault is decent, but it's not the caliber of goaltenders we used to have for Canadian goaltenders. So there definitely is a drop-off, and that's not just at the National League. It's all across in minor hockey. If you are a goaltender in minor hockey today, and of course, depending on the age group, if you want to play, you know, a single A, select, double A, and you're a decent goaltender, you can almost have a sure shot. If there ever was a sure shot of making a team, being a goaltender today gives you a real good case. There's a reason why a lot of these leagues, especially house leagues, give significant discounts to be a goaltender. Not only will they give you a discount on your admission fees, but they will lend you equipment for the season if you need it, because goaltending equipment is so expensive, way more expensive than regular skater equipment. But there's just a lack of goaltenders coming up in the systems. A lot of players don't want to have the pressure. A lot of parents don't want to put that pressure on their kids. And as a parent of a young goaltender, I will tell you, during these playoffs, I felt like I was going to have to go sit in the car. It was so nerve-wracking because they are the last line of defense. And yes, a bad goalie can ruin your team, but a bad defense or bad decision-making can leave your goaltender out to dry. And you win as a team, you lose as a team. And as a goaltender parent, it is very hard to watch sometimes. You kind of take your breath every time there's a breakaway or a 2-on-1. So I just think a lot of parents don't want to put their kids in those positions anymore. And it's unfortunate because that's where it starts. It starts at the grassroots levels. We need kids to be goaltenders. We need them to look up to goaltenders. We need them to enjoy it enough to want to be competitive with it. And it's hard. It is just darn right hard. All right, enough of that. Reporting live from the Devils AHL player exhibition game. Oh, sleeping up. Nice, Theo. Enjoy. Glenn, how's it going? Thanks for your play-by-play descriptions of the games. I've followed your game description and comments. You're the best at this. Glenn, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the kind words. And yeah, we'll see you in the playoffs for sure. All right, let's see. It's a Google. That's okay, David. We appreciate you trying to use Google to translate. Thank you very much for doing it. You're a great player. Thank you so much, Matthew. All right, there's so many comments. I appreciate you all for your comments. But third period is about to get going. And Montreal ended that last period on fire. Let's see what they can do again. Wow, 25,770. 30 subscribers away from 800. Can we hit 25,800 tonight? Is that even in the realm of possibility? Thank you all so much for an amazing evening. Let's see if we can do it. Hit that share button and share us out. Put us on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Discords, your Reddits. Let people know. Here we are. Come and hang out and have some fun. Just to say my whole life in Toronto is long enough to have witnessed the last time the Leafs took home the Stanley. Oh, Charles, I can't wait for me to say that one year. I hope to see it soon. That's right, Stanley. 20 minutes of action. Let's see if they can close this one out and get into the playoffs. Let's go. TSL, welcome in. Here we go. Off around the corner. Hudson going to play this one back. My son says, well, small fortune. Yo, Beverly, hockey sticks today are crazy. $200 and $300, $400. absolutely ridiculous for some of these. This coming to the line. Suzuki, he's going to back this one up. He's going to chip this one out. Got to get those fries. Get those fries. Sveshnikov going to put it around. Fries are a good hockey snack, but nothing beats nachos. That's going to be an icing call against Carolina. Going to come all the way down. Azak, welcome in. Everyone say 1 for Montreal. Canadiens 2. Where are they going to go? Who are they going to pick? Kyle coming in with that subscribe. Thank you so much. Welcome into the community. All right, I'm going to have a quick drink while they get set for this icing. Some stick $600. That's madness.
So they kind of know that we're going to be playing each other for a incredible long time. 7 of the 8 series are set to go. They all have dance partners. There's only one team
all right.
for a dance partner.
$600 for a stick. Do you want to buy a new stick or do you want to buy a PlayStation 5? And this is going to be flipped up and over the glass. Fans want a penalty. Fans want a penalty. They're going to get a penalty. Carolina going to go to the box. Nacho. Oh, Rissy's. That sounds good. I'm with you. No jalapenos for me. Krim saying 4-2. Hit that empty netter. And a lucky young fan in attendance has the biggest smile on his face, jumping up and down in the seats, waving as the camera shows him. And now Montreal going to go to the power play. So here we go. Montreal with a chance to extend it, looking for one more. Off the draw. This is going to come around. Carolina going to play this to the line. It's kept in by Matheson. Matheson deep down in the corner. Back out in the slot. They bobble it. And Carolina going to clear this one all the way down. KTS coming in with that subscribe. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Fun and educational. I could never pay $600 for a stick. Oh, Montreal overskates it. They're going to back this one up. 30 seconds gone. They're going to bring this one in, down in the corner. Coming in after it is Newhook. Newhook slashing at it. Burns is there. This is going to come to Suzuki. Suzuki tried to center it. It's taken away. Here comes Carolina, one-on-one. Matheson is back. He's going to force his man over to the boards. This, taking a look. No, the Canucks are out of it, Bradley. No Vancouver, no Calgary, unfortunately. We thought at once upon a time, we thought both Calgary and Vancouver would be in it. We thought Montreal would have been the only Canadian team not to make it, but not going to be the case. Hudson going to turn this one over at the line. Montreal steals it back. They're going to bring it back. This power play is not good at all. They can't even get into the Carolina zone right now. Going to dump this one in, back to Slafkovsky. He misses it. Now he loses his stick. Carolina has it stolen away by Caulfield. Down to Slafkovsky. He's going to back this one up to Caulfield. Caulfield along the boards. Suzuki in there now. Slafkovsky gets pushed into the boards. Caulfield coming away with it. Bottom of the circle. Face-off dot. He's going to back this one up. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Back to the line. Here's a long shot. They're passing this one around. Those slap passes. Back to the line for Hudson. Caulfield with it now. He's going to go down low, side of the net. Walking out in front, trying to stuff it in with Slafkovsky. He can't. This comes back. They don't shoot. They pass it around again. 5 seconds to go. Caulfield with it. His shot is blocked. Down to the corner, Suzuki to Slafkovsky. Slappy taffy in front for Hudson. That's taken away. Hudson going to take it back. Hudson down low to Slafkovsky. He's going to spin around. They shoot, and he puts it just wide. That's going to go up and out of play. Mark, what's going on? Patrick Laine coming in, ends up pulling the trigger, taking the shot, and that one goes up and out of play. I want to be CF-18 Hornet fighter pilot. John, for the longest time when I was younger, I wanted to be a fighter pilot so badly. Fly those jets. Oh my goodness. Started his career. Yeah, he did. Sash him. Yes, he did. It's a very interesting story, the Howard Stern story. 16:43 left to go. 3-1. Montreal has the lead right now. Off the draw, going to win this one back. Chip to the line. Armia going to hold this one in. Down at the half boards. Montreal still with it. Trying to get this one even deeper. Everyone's looking for it. And finally, the ref going to blow this one down. Hard to hear the whistles all of a sudden. All right, Alex, take care, my friend. We'll see you later.
All in one place with Intuit QuickBooks.
Spectrometer, welcome in. Off the draw, back to the line. Here's a blast. That one goes just wide. Down in the corner, coming through. David, we are broadcasting hockey. Down around in the side, playing it up front. Here's a shot. That one goes just wide. Down in the corner, Montreal keeping this one in. They're getting some shots. Power play has expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Here's Armia centering it front. Through the crease, Evans was there. He couldn't get this one. Bringing this one back across. Nice little block there, Armia. Montreal keeping this one in the high slot. Dropping it back to the top of the faceoff dot for Evans. And Carolina going to get this one out. Evans going to steal it right back and flip this one up. It's going to drop down in the corner. Overly killed. What's going on? Going for the Habs. Oh, John, that's awesome. Let's go to a playoff game. With a whistle. Onyx. Something tells me, Onyx, you wouldn't be in that game very long. 15:37 left to go. A nice little rush here by Montreal. But Carolina able to get it out. Chicago game you streamed was a gut wrench, but let's hope that. Oh, yeah, Mark. That was so tough. That was so tough.
Especially when they got outshot in the second period, 14-5.
And to be up and then end up losing in the shootout. Oh.
He has held the fort together, and they have responded with
hope Montreal keeps this lead. Yeah, Matthew. Absolutely. Off the draw, Carolina going to win this one back to the line. They're winning a ton of face-off. Their shot going just wide. That's right, Mark. The more Canadian teams, the better. Third period, 15.5 minutes to go. Here comes Carolina. Long shot. That's going to be blocked over to the side. Walker moving this one through. Struble helping out. No, Bradley. Carolina is still in. Carolina is clinched. They're actually sitting a lot of their big stars today. Montreal needs a point here to win. This coming around down on the side. Trying to play this one through. Demidov has not scored today. He did score in the last game, not today. This is going to be cycled down in the corner for Line A. Line A with it. Demidov curling. Puck doesn't come to him. Newhook can't get it, and Carolina going to clear this one all the way back to the Montreal line. And it's going to be a hand pass. Going to be called down. That's right. Aho and Slavin both are not in tonight's game. There's a whole laundry list of folks not in tonight's game. It's Jordan Stahl, Martin Hook, Slavin, Aho, Chatfield, Jarvis, and Blake all out. And now Gallagher is going down the tunnel. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Gallagher as he now goes down the tunnel. That's not good news for Montreal. Hopefully he is okay.
Looked like he might have stretched something out there. I don't know if he's coming back. I think that was the relayed message from the trainer that's telling him.
Yeah, yes. The other day, yeah, he had a goal and an assist the other day. A goal and an assist. He had a great debut. This around, Carolina holding it in. Still in here. Gooley up on his man. Going to come over to Suzuki trying to chip this one out. He can't. Gooley going in with a nice little hit in the corner. Suzuki trying to take it away. Finally, Montreal is going to carry this one over the line. After going to an Australian ice hockey game, I figured out one thing. The refs suck no matter where you watch. Phil, it's so true. So true. This coming around. Here's a cross ice pass intercepted by Montreal. They're going to play this one out. 14 minutes to go. 14 minutes to go. Yeah, he is a warrior for sure. Very much a Brad Marchand, Corey Perry type player, right? He's got decent hands. He'll get in your face. He'll mix it up. He'll get it going. 13:44 to go. Montreal off the boards around. This coming all the way down the ice. Racing in for it. Montreal gets there first. No icing. Good speed. Great speed. Cha-ching. Welcome in. This around the net. Montreal with possession. Up to Armia. Armia cycling around. Armia getting bumped off the puck. Trying to keep this one going in the corner. Evans, he can't slow it down. Carolina in the near side. Armia there to knock it down. And again, Armia steals. Here's a shot off the goalpost. Oh, they came so close again. 3-1, Heineman with a great chance. Montreal still on the forecheck. Around behind, Armia centers it. Here's a shot with a great right pad save by Kochetkov. Nice stop there. Here they come. Gouli wants 3. This down in the corner. Going to roll up on Montembeault. He's going to hang on to it. And with that whistle, there's 12:47 left to go. And what a phenomenal hockey game. They're going to go to a commercial break, a little pause for the cause to pay the bills, and they'll be right back. If you look at a 3D version of the Habs logo, it reminds me of the Millennium Falcon. Oh, Rissies, that's a cool call out. I can see that. I can totally see that. Who doesn't like themselves a little Millennium Falcon? Very, very cool. Again, welcome in. If you're just joining us, welcome to the party. Our more ex-goalie coaches, they have the best view in the house. Mark, that's funny. That's funny. Who's the MVP of Isaac of this game itself here today, or you mean of the league as a whole? Can you be a little more specific? If I had to say today, who's the best player in this game here today? I kind of have to say Nick Suzuki right now. Nick Suzuki is my player of this game. He has been awesome. He has been all over the place. All right, so yeah, Nick Suzuki right now. At this point as it stands, he's my choice for the top star of this game. He's the one who just got it going. He broke the tie. Nick Suzuki's been putting this team on his back and playing hard, and that's what a good captain needs to do. We need to get rid of TV breaks. People already pay so much. Those subscriptions. Just give us the hockey we want. Mark, it's so true. But I get it. Nowadays, they got to clean the ice and all of that. What I love about playoffs, when we get into playoffs, when these games go to overtime, there's no commercial breaks. The overtimes just flow. No commercial breaks in overtime in playoffs, and it's great. The intermissions actually go that much faster as well because you don't have all the commercials, so it is awesome. But Montreal trying to shut the door on this. They're trying to clinch it, trying to make sure they are in. What's the number one rule you would change in hockey? Ooh, Brian. Let me think about that. I wish the Expos were still playing baseball. Me too. I was a big Expos fan. All right, they're coming back from commercial break. The one rule I would change.
And then there's the unexpected part that you need in a game like this. That's been Caden Gouli. The unexpected. 2 goals from a defense.
You know what? I don't know. There's a lot of rules. I don't know. I would love to bring touch icing back, but I know it's dangerous. I would get rid of that third man in rule on fights, the instigator rule on fights. I'd get rid of those. Shorthanded goal negates the penalty. Brian, that would be good. That wouldn't be getting rid of a rule. That would be a new rule. But I like that one. That's a great one. So this is going to be deflected up into the seats. So close to Newfoundland, and I can't. Bridget, I know. I hate how they do these restrictions. Sometimes it makes no sense. Goalie limited movement. Crims, would you limit them even more, or would you take out that trapezoid and tell them they can go wherever they want? Get rid of the shootout. That's a good one. I agree. Get rid of the shootout or extend overtime to 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. That would be good. All right, here we go. Face off in the Montreal zone. 12:15 to go. Carolina going to win another one. Here's a shot that's going to be steered to the corner. Habs looking to pick this one up. Severe weather. What's going on? Welcome in. This down around in the corner. This going to come to the line. They say they go where they want, even outside. Yeah, I agree. Let the goalies go wherever they want. But at the same time, if the goalies are going to go for a skate, they have to be okay with getting hit. I think that has to go hand in hand. Here comes Montreal keeping this one in. Here's a long shot, a nice save. Going to hang on for a whistle. I don't like to see goalies get run over, but if a goalie is going to put themselves out in play, they're fair game. I was watching you when I was in the car after hockey. Oh, Angie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome back in. Adrian, how's it going? What happens if Montreal wins tonight? Adrian, if Montreal picks up even a single point, they clinch the last wild card spot and they're in the playoffs. If Montreal ends up losing tonight, then it's all up to Columbus and what they do tomorrow night. So lots on the line for the Habs here tonight. 11:42 to go. 3-1, Montreal has the lead. Shots are now 18-18. Carolina has not had a shot on goal here in this period. Catcher, yeah, I hope Montreal wins tonight. So far, they're doing well. They have to keep going. They can't sit back and relax. When they take the foot off the gas, bad things happen. Montreal going to play this one all the way up the ice. Line A can't get it. Carolina going to bring it the other way. Goalie should be able to hit behind the net and also be able to get cleanly hit. Yeah, I agree. They should be able to hit and get hit behind. Sporty Guy, what's going on? Past few years have been rough for them. They have, Sporty Guy, they have. It's going to be an icing call against Montreal. Hudson is in some discomfort here. As again, Hudson picking it up. He takes a big kind of hit that came around the blind side of him. He was kind of rocked real good. And you can see he's a little dazed. He took that one real hard. I'm feeling confident about the Leafs. It's going to be a banger of a first-round series against the Senators, but I feel confident. I didn't like Rod when he played for me every time Carolina loses. He was a tough guy, Mark. Very, very tough guy. I'm surprised, Demi. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. He's been okay tonight. He's had some chances. He hasn't been spectacular. Here's a shot. That one is going to go up and over. Mark's calling sends in 6. Hey, it could happen. This is going to be good. I have Toronto in 6. Here's Svechnikov coming in, going to pass through the middle, hits a skate, gets blocked. Back to Svechnikov. He's going to look to cycle this one in the corner, still with it here. Svechnikov is going to go down. Montreal going to put it along the glass. Line can't come up with it. Carolina going to keep this one in. Down around behind the net. Carolina still cycling with it. Still taking this one. I'm sorry, but mostly a Detroit fan. I like Toronto too. Nice. Catcher, we'll be live tomorrow for Toronto-Detroit to end the regular season. That's going to finish it off for us. Here's Montreal, a little flip pass. It's going to come out down the ice. Carolina back with it. Going to settle it down, working it all the way back in their own zone. Long pass up to the red line. Hurricanes over the blue line, bringing this one in. Montreal going to force them around the outside. Matheson with a nice move. Going to take it away. Going to move this one ahead. Here they come. Heineman chasing it down on the forecheck. Armia is with them. Little bump there. Goss to spare for Carolina. Plays it up, but they hold it in. Carolina going to try again. This time they're going to carry it over the blue line, over the red line, dumping this one into the zone. Matheson getting a little chip on it. Bodies falling everywhere behind the net. Cross-ice pass. Here comes Montreal on the move. Up over the line. Little flip pass. Bringing it in. They're looking for one. Under 10 minutes to go. Under 10 minutes to go. Cross-ice pass. Here comes Carolina. Stankoven. He's going to try and send it in. There's a big bump. Taylor Hall gets taken down. Montreal's going to turn. Breakaway. Montreal. So Josh Anderson putting it on net. And a nice save by Kochekov. Wow, Josh Anderson. A flip pass for a breakaway. Tried to split it through. Couldn't take it all the way home. Nice pass there. Wow. They're going to commercial break. If you win, team gets 3 points instead of 2. Joshua, I love it. I think they should put that in. I like that rule a lot. Holy smokes. All right, welcome in, everybody. If you are just joining us, thanks for being here. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, smash that subscribe button down below. There we go. We're closing in on 27,780. So thank you all so much. We're 24 subscribers away. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you set that notification bell. Even if you don't join us tomorrow night for the Leafs and the Red Wings, we're going to be here almost every night for the playoffs starting on Saturday. So starting on Saturday, it's a whole new season and it all starts over again. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Angie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have lots of giveaways all playoffs long. We're going to do some hockey card giveaways. We're going to do some merch giveaways. There's going to be lots of stuff. So you never know what could come up. We got a whole bunch of Tim Hortons cards here that we're going to open, of course, tomorrow and into the playoffs. So lots on the go. There it is. Thank you for hitting those subscribes. Down to 22 away. What an amazing, amazing night here. And we just love hockey. Christian, how's it going? I'm new to hockey. You're teaching me everything so far. Oh, awesome. Well, I take that very seriously then. If you have any questions, Christian, or I know Jennifer, or anybody else that's new to the game, if you have any questions about the rules, about what's happening, please feel comfortable to drop them in the chat. Nobody's going to judge. And whether it's myself or our mods, we'll be able to answer those questions for you. Or this chat is amazing. This community is amazing. There's lots of folks that can jump in and help answer those questions for you. So welcome to the community. Welcome to the chat. And we're here to have some fun, educate, and bring you the coverage. All right, back from commercial break. Let's get ready to go. Lost you for a second. Thank you for broadcasting all the way. Oh, Bob, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming in. Love Memphis. Never been there, but it's on my list of places to go. Just chipped in down in the corner. Taking a look. Carolina setting it up. Orlov with it. 8:50 to go. 8:50 to go. Shots are now 20-19. Montreal has the lead. 6 shots in this period for the Habs. Only 1 for Carolina.
I think it's been incredible.
This in the corners. Montembeault is out to play it. Had to back up. Hudson, he can't control it. Carolina going to work it to the near side of the ice. Sending it back around. Montreal doing a nice job keeping the puck around the perimeter. They can't clear. Now they steal. Dvorak going to pass this one up. Gallagher back on the ice. Going to dump this one down. So it looks like Galley's okay. So I need to tell you, my cousin is from and likes Cleveland. Also loves sport. Nice. Cleveland, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There's a broken stick for Orlov as he steps into a slap shot, and his stick just exploded on him. Paul, welcome in from Salt Spring Island. Real Goose, how's it going? Just joined. Looks like Montreal's going to do it. They're on the pace right now. Under 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go. 3-1. But the 2-goal lead is one of the worst leads in hockey. It's a false sense of comfort. Here's a pass across. Setting this one up. Carolina trying to bring this one down. Sam is hockey. Gordon Sully, he's a smart guy that can explain. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. It's coming free. Stolen away. Montreal looking to bring this one out. Little flip pass. Habs going to dump it down. They're going to switch it up. Here comes Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere on the move. Carolina working it through the neutral zone. Turning it over. Montreal back with it now. 7:16 to go. 7:16. 6-1 shots for Montreal. Savard hanging on to it behind the net. Everyone coming back like the Mighty Ducks. Now they're going to start moving forward. No flying V, however. They dump it all the way down the ice. Kochikov out to stop it. Going to send this one up. Brian, I used to love Dave Matthews Band. I used to be a huge Dave Matthews Band fan. There's a huge hit in the corner behind him and takes his man down. This coming around. Another shot looking for the deflection. That goes wide in the corner. But I'll be honest, Dave made a couple comments that I do not agree with. And for that reason, I have temporarily suspended my listening enjoyment to the band. But yeah, big fan. They're so talented. This down around in the corner. Carolina going to bring it up over the red line. Montreal going to send it right back down. Right back down. The ole chance. That's right. They are cooking. They are cooking. Mega, I don't mind. I wasn't a huge Matthew Good fan. I haven't listened in a long time, to be honest. Over the line, Carolina bringing it in. Montreal trying to set it up. Hudson going to deflect that pass. Down in front, quick shot, and that's going to be steered to the line. Kept in. Orlov going to take a bump, but he keeps going with it. Orlov still with it, fighting off a man. Orlov turning the other way. Jimmy, how's it going? Welcome in. Side of the net, they shoot. They stuff it in. Carolina gets one back. Oh my goodness. The hard work of Dmitry Orlov pays off. Jost is going to get credit with this goal. Orlov was fighting everybody off there. This one, a long shot deflected down. Montembeault is down. It squeaked out behind him, and Jost sees it, and he absolutely smacks that one home. Oh, goodness. Onyx, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I've seen him live at least 20 times. Wow, Amelia. I've seen him live a couple of times, maybe a handful. Definitely not 20 times. Bridget, thank you so much. This makes it interesting. It's now a 1-goal game. Ja, what's going on? A 1-goal game. 3-2 Montreal with 5:45 to go. David, how's it going? Oh, David. Here they come. Carolina bringing it up. Shot going to get knocked down. Jost gets the goal, his third of the year from Orlov. Huge shot blocked by Slafkovsky. Another shot. Oh, this comes in. Carolina is pressing really hard right now. Here's a blast, and that's going to be grabbed and held onto. Holy smokes.
A bit scrambly, but good blocks.
Hanging on to this one. This is getting real tense. Real tense. They're going to go to a commercial break as Jost gets one with that black eye. He's got a real shiner. Oh, wow. This is wild. Montreal needs to just cool things down right now. They just need to cool things down. Yeah, Real Goose, one of the things I really liked about that Dave Matthews group is when they would just jam, right? They would just come together. Their drummer was phenomenal. Their violinist is outstanding. I mean, that is a real good group of talented musicians, for sure. I love when they just jam, and even their jam sessions are next level amazing. I love when bands do that. Just need to survive. Kalium, that's right. Just need to survive. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Angie, thank you. Best concert. Oh, Alosa, that is so tough. I've been very blessed to see some amazing concerts. I saw Meatloaf back in the day, who put on a very good concert. AC/DC put on a phenomenal concert. So did Van Halen. But I have to say, probably one of the best concerts I've ever seen was Bruce Springsteen, the boss. I saw Bruce, I've seen the Stones, but Bruce Springsteen was probably one of the most entertaining concerts I've ever seen. Phil Collins was pretty good too, but Bruce Springsteen, for me, I think takes the cake. Absolutely amazing. If you don't really care about the music, but you want to think about a concert where you just have a good time and enjoy, make sure to see Weird Al Yankovic. I think Weird Al is about to go on tour again. Weird Al, I've had so much fun at Weird Al concerts. It's just a crazy good time. All right, coming back. Oh yeah, Dan, U2 would be outstanding. Haven't seen U2. I've never seen Coldplay. Coldplay looks like a great show. Alice Cooper was your first. That's a heck of a good show. I worked in the music industry until COVID was my bread and butter. Setting up. Oh, David, that's amazing. That is very cool. You must have some serious stories.
Welcome to viewers of the Anaheim.
All right. We're about to face this one off again in the Montreal zone. Iron Man. Oh, I can imagine. Off the draw. Matheson going to flip this one out a lot. I'm sure. This back through. Duran was a pretty good concert back in the day. I did enjoy that. Down around the corner. Montreal trying to pull this one through. Matheson can't do it. He's got to go back in here at it. Svechnikov in there. Supertramp. There you go. This coming out. Carolina going to bring it right back in. Under 5 minutes to go. Under 5 minutes to go. Montreal clears. Carolina setting it up in their own zone. Long pass. Here come the Hurricanes. Hurricanes walking in. Kotkaniemi going to drop it off. Shot going to go high and over the net. Brian, hip was good. I enjoyed the hip. I wouldn't say it was my best concert ever, but it was a much enjoyable concert. Arkells as well. I saw Arkells at a charity benefit, and they were very entertaining. But the hip was certainly enjoyable. They put on a very good show. Thanks for telling me about seeing Michael Jackson. So Onyx, when Michael Jackson came to Toronto, and I think it was 85, I wanted to go so bad, but just didn't get there. All right, lots of shots coming towards Montebo now. He's got to keep his cool. He's got to hang in there. Jackson Brown, there you go. Black Sabbath. Who's your all-time favorite band? So I think it's hard to pick just one. A lot of giveaways. Arcade, a lot of giveaways. This is going to be flipped up, coming all the way down. 4:20 to go. 4:20 to go. Montreal trying to bring this one through. It's going to be picked away, and here they come. So the making on VHS. Real Goose. Nice. Carolina, a little spin move. Here's a backhand. That's going to go high and wide. Down in the corner and up and out of play. 4:07 to go. Another face-off coming up. Things are getting a little tight. Things are getting a little tense. Adrian, I have not gone to see the Wicked movie. I have not seen it. I will see it at some point, but I have not seen it at this time. I do quite enjoy the theater.
When you find a way to solve these kind of things,
Van Halen puts on a heck of a show. 777. All right, we are 23 subs away. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe. No, Mark, haven't seen the Minecraft movie yet, but I definitely want to. One of my boys saw it and said it was very enjoyable, so I'll watch it at some point. Just tough with all this hockey going on lately. This down in the corner, coming in after it around. Trying to hold this one in. Heineman trying to get it out. He can't. Carolina keeping it in. Goes around behind the net. You forgot your stick. Got to pick it up. Montreal going to send this one out and all the way down the ice. Is it enough for icing? Yes. So that's going to be another icing against Montreal coming all the way back. Yes, Slapshot is a great hockey movie. Azak, if you want to see some good ones, Slapshot is good. Mystery Alaska was quite enjoyable. Youngblood is another great hockey movie. There's some real good ones out there. Some real good ones out there. This is why I drink. All right, here we go. 3:37 to go. 3:37. 25-19 are the shots. Carolina with 25. Off the draw, another face-off win for Carolina, and they ripped that one just wide. Carolina is up to about 62% in the face-off circle now. Montreal needs to start winning some. Goon was okay. It was enjoyable. And again, we talked about it earlier, but if you haven't seen Shoresy and you're a hockey fan, you must watch Shoresy. Just know it's more for an adult audience, shall we say. 3:10 to go, 3:10 to go. Here's a long shot deflected. That one didn't miss by much. Sveshnikov trying to get a piece. And again, this is cleared out and all the way down the ice. Holy smokes. Yeah, Sashim Youngblood was great. Here comes Carolina. Bringing this one up. Under 3 minutes to go. They're going to dump this one in the corner, trying to get in here after it. Wow. Trying to bring this one around. It comes to the line. Carolina holding it in. Carolina, quick move. Nice little stick at the point by Hudson. Shot is going to be deflected. This is going to be chipped. They can't clear it out. Another shot right on. Montembeault makes the save. Trying to clear this one out. They can't. They're battling here. Montreal trying to get it. I see lots of comments coming in. Sorry if I missed your comments. But the game is flying right now. Cycling right now. Sam would have probably answered wings and pizza. Yes, wings and pizza all the way. Onyx, you know me. This being dumped down in the corner. Montreal back to get it. 2:10. 2:10 to go. Empty net for Carolina. It's an empty net for Carolina. This is coming around. Montreal shooting for the empty net, and that's going to go wide. This is going to be another icing call. 1:59 to go in period number 3. It's 3-2. Montreal with a 1-goal lead. Holy smokes. This is crazy hockey right now. This is wild. Ennis took a huge hit in the face. He looks over at the official, wanted a call, but nothing being called. Big hit there. He's still, Ennis, still looking. He's still touching his face, having a conversation for the official. Demon Slicer, you are very welcome. Thanks for being here. And welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming in, if you're just joining us, welcome to the party. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. 22 subs away. Jeff, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, they're okay, Mega. Timeout called by Carolina. Montreal is 1 minute and 59 seconds away from clinching their spot. And Dan, that's a good point. They just need a tie. So even if they score one, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. If they give up two, though, holy smokes.
I'm sure the Canadiens will have a couple of centermen on the ice here.
So timeout is over. 1:59 remains here on the clock. Empty net for Carolina, 6-on-5 situation. Spectrum, you did. You called it. We'll see. I don't know if I don't think he's on the ice here now. Referee, the linesman telling them easy, easy. Off the draw, Kotkaniemi's going to win this one back. Had it in his skates. Here's a shot. They score into the empty net. Off the draw, the Habs extend the lead. "4-2, Mark, there you go. 4-2, right off the draw. That's going to be pulled back and sent the length of the ice. Heads up play there by Jake Evans. Evans, right off the draw. Kotkaniemi won it, but he pulled it into his skate. It was sitting there. Evans grabbed it and sent it all the way down. Alexis, how's it going? Welcome in. So Jake Evans is going to get that from himself, as it was off the draw and he got it caught up in Kotkaniemi's skate. And Evans, after taking that hit to the face and getting no call, he sends it down. 4-2 is the score, 1:50 to go. 1:50 to go, no icing. Matheson is going to play this one across. Tied up in the corner, the Montreal player has fallen on top of it. Evans and Matheson, they're trying to dig this one out. Can't see who's sitting on it. It looks like Carrier is sitting on the puck. Now it's going to come free. Evans is still digging at it. Karma, exactly. Still digging. Matheson is there waiting for it. They're keeping it tied up in their feet. 1:20 to go now. 1:20 to go. Carolina can't dig this one free. 20 subscribers to go. 20 away. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe. Make sure your notifications are on. We're going to be here all playoffs long. Matheson still with it. Brindamore trying to dig this one out. Montreal still playing it along the boards. It was Jake Evans who got the goal into the empty net. Carolina finally comes away with it. Here's a long shot. Less than a minute to go. 1 minute to go. This cleared all the way down the ice. You saw U2 in Moncton. I heard that show was outstanding. Thank you for those subscribes. 18 subs to go. 18 to go. Here they come. This coming down. Matthew, we do have a Facebook group, a Facebook page. If you go to my website, samuelb12experience.com, you can click on our social button and find all of our social media there. Here's a shot. That's going to go just wide. Thank you for the follow. 17 seconds to go. This coming around in the corner. 10 seconds to go. This one is all but done. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Montreal is going to the playoffs to take on the Washington Capitals as the party starts in Montreal. They have made it into the playoffs. Congratulations, Habs fans. Congratulations. You guys are just about to start one heck of a journey as this young Montreal team is going to take on an aging veteran Washington Capital team who just happens to have the newly crowned greatest goal scorer of them all in Alex Ovechkin. What a game this was. What a game that is going to be. The party is going. People are absolutely wild right now. Big hugs for Montembeault. He was outstanding. Huge W. What a game. There you go, Randy. JP, ole, 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 ole. The carpet is out on the ice. What are they bringing out? Clinch the playoff spot. First time since 2021. Unbelievable. We are now set. We are ready for playoffs. Mark, you're very welcome. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us. 11 subs away. Thank you all so much. What did they bring out on the ice? They brought something out. I'm waiting to see what it is that they brought out here. Oh, they're going to give their jerseys off their backs to fans in the crowd? Is that what we're going to do here? So they've selected some fans they're going to give their jerseys to. We're going to see what kind of ceremony they do. I do want to take a moment to thank all of our mods. Thank you so much. We're going to stick around with this to see if they're going to show the celebration. If not, we'll say goodnight. But thank you very much, mods. We appreciate you all. Charles, thank you for joining our membership team. What a fun game. Nope, they're not going to show it. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. Your goal scorers, if you missed it, Gooley, his 5th from Slavkovsky and Suzuki. Pardon me. Hall picked up his 18th from Walker and Kotkaniemi. Suzuki in the second period with his 30th from Carrier. And then Gooley, the game-winning goal, his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season from Caulfield and Hudson. The third period, Jost made it interesting with his 3rd from Nadeau and Orlov. And then Evans with the 13th of the year in the empty net was amazing. And there it is. Urisses coming in, gifting 5 memberships to close out the party. Urisses, thank you so much. 5 gifted memberships. Congratulations to our new members. Hang on, I got to back up and see who it is. Let's see here. Mr. Ravioli picking up a membership. Todd, Sasha, JS, splendid. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow for the Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings. That's going to close out the season. And then Saturday, we're here for season number 2 as the playoffs begin. Thank you all so much. I hope you had a good time. I had an absolutely great time. I'm going to wait for all these memberships to roll through. But Urisses, thank you very, very much for gifting some memberships, allowing some folks to try out and play along with the memberships. Lucas, how's it going? Amelia, welcome. That was awesome. What a great game. I'm so happy for you Montreal fans. So glad they could do it and get in. Happy to get another Canadian team in there and tie this one up. Holy, tie it up, clinch it up is what I meant to say. You're going to cover Washington? No, you know what? We are done for the night. We're going to close it up. I do have to, I got to go back to work and do a couple of things before we, have to get up in the morning. So we do got some things still to do, but that's going to wrap it up tonight. Coming up in about, what time is it? In about 45 minutes, the Oilers and the Sharks, they are going to be starting at 10:30. 10 o'clock is the Golden Knights and the Canucks. Tomorrow, though, like I said, we're back for the Maple Leafs and the Red Wings. That's going to be a fun game. We're going to talk playoffs all stream long. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great night. Thank you all so much. Take care. Appreciate you. If you're brand new and hit that subscribe tonight, thank you. I hope you're going to enjoy this playoff run. It's going to be a great. David, I can't wait. I can't wait till our Leafs face your team and take you down. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time trash talking, playing around, partying it up, enjoying some great hockey. From all of us here at the Samwell B12 Experience, we say thank you, good night, and we'll see you real soon. Dougie, take it away.
Sam Welby Experience.